Welcome to episode probably 10 of the Gotcha Cast. I am joined by a bunch of lovely people here today. We are live at twitch.tv/Tectone. By the time this video comes out on YouTube, I will probably still be live because I don't plan on ending my stream anytime soon. We might go for a week straight. Who the knows? Today I'm joined here by a lot of people, one of the biggest Gotcha Casts ever. We have a full house. We have all 10 people filled, all 10 rows filled, and maybe later, if more people want to jump in, they're more than welcome to. If somebody dips, somebody can take somebody's spot. Today we're talking about one game and one game only. That's Wuthering Waves. Because of Wuthering Waves, we're probably talking about 3 games. Which is Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact as well, because I'm going to be real, I know people get really upset when you compare them, but it's just kind of the nature of the space. And if you have not been seeing Twitter lately, you are living under a rock. Because good God, Hoyoverse is freaking the out right now. The amount of other creators I hear that Hoyoverse is in their DMs, the amount of posts I see about anti-WuWa, don't cheat on Genshin Impact, is insane. It's like the Wild West right now, and I really feel like a new Gacha game was added to the big 3, and I think that's Genshin, HSR, and Wuthering Waves. This will be majorly Wuthering Waves focused, but obviously there's going to be some comparisons, and we always appreciate you being here, and I'd like to go ahead and begin and introduce our first guest. I've known this dude for a very long time, been a big fan of his videos. Actually, we have a blacklisted content creator himself in the call. We have Chaotic, man. Yo, what up?
Is this how we have to do this?
Yeah. Yeah, because here's the thing. Other people see being blacklisted as a nerf. It's a huge buff. It is a huge buff because now when you give your opinion, everyone will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that is your opinion. There will be no doubt in their head whatsoever, and they're going to take your word a lot more seriously.
Nah, there's a lot of copium out there. So,
is there? What have you been saying?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Is
it's brain dead, dude. But I'm just leave it at that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, let's be real. We come from a community of Gacha game players where people believe that anime characters are real life. So to be honest, yeah, I mean, I'm not really surprised by the irrationality of people on social media. But regardless, I'm excited to have you here, man. That's Chaotic. Feel free to shout out the channel, man. Next up, we have Tectone.
What?
I'll stop.
Wait, you got Tectone here?
Yeah,
Tectone.
I love
we got
that guy.
Tectone.
No
How did I know he was gonna do that?
Because it's kind of like
You know what the worst one I've ever called was in fucking Hex's chat the other day. It was
Oh my
4-star
God.
Tectone.
Yo, that's wild.
I think that's the worst one I've ever been
Damn.
called.
4-star Tectone.
Funny, you really
I'm not gonna lie. I laughed my ass off though. That was good.
That shit's funny.
I mean, I got the same shit when I started YouTube. I used to
Let me
get
guess,
scuffed
Tim the Tat
as the
Man?
gold and scuffed Tim the Tat Man.
Yeah.
I would get that shit non-fucking stop. But that shit that used to drive me nuts, it's actually a huge buff, man. It really is. You
True.
know? So I hope it doesn't piss you off too much, but I think 4-star Tectone's fucking hilarious.
No, we're good.
Cool. Yo, next up, we got one of the sexiest people I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hey
Wait.
guys, what's up?
There it is, dude. Nice. You know, it's good. I was talking about you too. Your baby blue eyes look insane right now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, they do.
Yeah, no.
Hey.
True.
Yeah, we got Laro. It's just Laro, right? On Twitch and YouTube?
yeah. The Rogue Gotcha on YouTube.
Laro Gotcha on YouTube and then Laro
Yup.
on Twitch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you ain't live right now, but you can be live later?
I'm gonna be live right after the Gotcha guest.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good,
right
good,
after.
good.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
next up we have
Let 'em
Captain
know.
Cabinets right above Laro. Beautiful
Hello.
VTuber model. First time they're ever on the Gotcha Cast. It's a pleasure to have you here, Captain.
It's scary as fuck to be here, but I
Why?
appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, okay,
I
no.
brought this so.
Okay, so first of all, if you're gonna be nervous and anxious and shit, you're gonna get the fuck out of the call. Okay, you are going to be confident because I don't want to deal with any of these fucking retard commenters saying, "Oh my God, Cabinets was so anxious the entire time. I can't believe that Tectone assaulted her." Right?
Okay, I got it. I'll lock the fuck in.
Dude, you're literally one of the worst people I've ever met in my entire life. I know that you can thrive in a
Worst.
True.
When you play
Wow.
Fortnite, you are horrible, bro.
Are you
saying
kidding?
some horrible shit.
I'm at least average. Okay, I'm at
Cool.
least average.
How did you get your career started in the Gacha sphere? Because you kind of came out of nowhere recently.
Boredom mainly. I just like posting like shit posting on Twitter in like gacha spaces and communities. I
Yeah.
thought, why not make videos? Everyone else is. Give it a shot. So
I saw a Twitter post where you were like saying anybody who subscribes to you is like your new internet boyfriend. Is that true or no?
yeah, that's true. I go on dates with all my viewers.
Do you actually?
No.
Okay. Oh, I totally thought
Oh,
you.
so
That'd be
you're a
so.
liar.
Because you're in your Discord all the fucking time, man. I legit thought you were ERPing with your fucking viewers, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
I know, they can't help it. It's just
Okay.
flooded all the time.
All right. Okay, yo, next up we have one of my best friends of all time, a woman who I respect with all of my heart, one of the smartest, most intellectual people on this platform, and just an all-around great person. We have Hex Juice.
I'm stun locked by you being so nice to me. Hi. Am I supposed to give an introduction?
Oh yeah, I would love that.
My name is
Jesus.
Tectone. I'm a Batgirl VTuber, and I do what I call personally commentary content on YouTube, but most people call it drama farming.
Yeah, I mean, if you say that a character looks dumb or if you say a character's underpowered, I mean, that's pretty much the
Yeah.
same as like calling somebody the N-word in the gacha community, man. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty rough
Yeah,
out here,
it
bro.
is too far.
True.
Yeah, I'm a really awful person.
Yep,
It's
yep.
true.
Yeah, I agree. Well, yeah, I'm glad to have you here. I'm
Nice.
looking forward to hearing some more of your fucking terrible fucking takes. It's gonna be great. Next up, we have the co-host of one of the greatest podcasts that I have ever listened to, with two of my other favorite people as their co-hosts of Topped Up Podcast. We have Ruby. Ruby, when am I coming on your podcast?
Ayo, you'll come eventually, you know. Maybe a couple months from now. Or
A couple
not-
months?
or not.
You're gonna have
well,
to edge for a couple of months. You can't come for that long.
Oh my
hey,
God.
that means
Oh my
every episode you need a comment section. You gotta be like, have me on your podcast. You know, we need to farm engagement, and
Okay.
then you can come on.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, I got
Bro,
you.
I'm learning from you.
Okay.
Just used him for an easy boost. That's what we did.
Did it work? Was it actually a nice boost? Did it work, Vulcan?
Yeah, it was actually decent. It wasn't
There it
bad.
is. So I'm telling you, man, if you need a little boost, let me know. I'll come on. You know, I'll say some controversial shit, and then you can say we do not support the words of this man. But yeah, Ruby, always nice to have you on. And I did play
Yeah.
that Food to Fix Dick Dine and Dash, by the way. It was a great game.
Oh, how would you rate it?
The what?
How
I
would
would
you
give it
rate
an
it?
8 out of 10. It was great.
8 out of 10? That's so low.
How the fuck is 8 out of 10 so low? That's
Dude,
literally
it's a
almost
10 out of 10 game. Just saying.
The animation was kind of mid, to be honest.
It's not possible.
No way. You played better games that has better animation?
Yeah, Orc Massage. Orc Massage is the best hentai game
Dude,
of all
it's so
time.
boring. You're
also
literally
not
playing
the
an
best.
orc
That's
to,
not the best
to
one either.
Nah,
it's like
you're
an
just
orc
wrong,
that runs
bro.
the parlor.
Well,
All
what's
the
the best one?
disagreements
to you?
already starting.
Bro, I got a terabyte worth of them, man.
Of
It's a-
porn games?
What?
A
Age games
terrible-
in
It's not-
particular,
he's
bro.
not
I
kidding.
can't, I can't
What
let
was
them.
the name
Hey,
of that
listen.
so I
You're
can
worse
avoid
than
it?
Road Killer.
Listen,
What the fuck?
listen, bro. You know how it's
Yeah,
like.
holy.
He's not kidding.
Nah, listen. Hear me out, right?
Uh,
Porn doesn't exist anymore. You know what I mean? Like Texas is banned now,
yeah,
but if you have it, like download it, it's always there. That's the
I
only
agree.
reason I
However,
have that
I just
many.
do this mega brain tech. I just get a fucking VPN, bro.
Nah, because then what when it's gone, what are you gonna do?
What do you mean when it's gone? It ain't gonna be gone,
You
bro.
turn on the VPN.
Yeah, just turn on the VPN. It's fine.
True.
I don't know, bro. They be getting
I
deleted.
think that's
Wait,
hard cat that
you
you
can't
know a better
find 'em
porn
no
game
more.
than Orc Massage. I
They're
think
they're
that's straight
getting
cat.
rid of porn. They're getting rid of porn in general.
Well,
like it's
what
gone
if
forever.
okay? So what if they get rid of the
Texas.
internet? What if the whole world ends? How you
Oh,
gonna
man,
Yeah,
bro, you
then
gotta
what?
have it, you know?
Then what are you gonna do, huh?
How that? What day
You
get
gotta
with
have
your
the physical
EMP?
media.
What am I gonna do? Go out and have sex with real people, bro? Nah, I'm good.
Why would you waste
They'll
it?
ban
Why
sex
would you do that?
sex.
I'll pass. Anyways, yo, next up, we have our favorite Australian cunt, a guy who I'm pretty sure doesn't even like the fucking game. Vulcan, why are you here, man?
No. You're fucking. You're trapping me here. No, what I said was, I don't want to get into the trap that I did with Terra Fantasy, where I basically no life become a fat fuck because you got to sit at the computer all the time for these games, and it kills me because I sweated the beta, and I'm like, oh, dude, it's gonna happen again. And as soon as I made my first video like 4 days ago, now I'm right back into it. So don't stress. We're all good. But
good, because I remember a week ago, it was like pulling fucking teeth with you, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
you
was
did
like,
not want to play this shit.
no, because I know like it's gonna be a really bad week for me. Because
get
everyone
one of
gets
these.
excited to sit down and not move from the computer, and I'm just like, dude, this is gonna be a bad week. But it's all right. It's all right. We'll get
Bro,
there.
just you're playing video games. It's a bad week. Just play the game. It's fine, bro. Just relax. It'll be good.
Yeah, no. But the thing is, when I do something, Like when I sweat a game, I sweat a game. And the good thing about most mobile games is I can go out and I can walk, I can take the dog, I can get out of the house and do it. This game, I'm stuck at my PC. I ain't
Actually,
playing that shit on the phone.
So here's the great thing about Wuthering Waves. It's actually available on PC, iOS, and Android. You can take the game on the go.
You're a fucking idiot.
I mean,
Yeah,
and
shit.
with controller capability,
Oh my
playing on the
God.
go has never been easier. I
And
recommend-
if you
So I
subscribe
can
with
play
2
in the car?
subscribers,
And if you subscribe with 2 subs right now, you do get free in-game rewards for Wuthering Waves. I'm really glad you came around though, man. Dude, yeah, you and MTash, I'm really glad that there's going to be like very good guide makers who are going to be hitting the ground running. And I know the way you go, you're going to be going at 1,000,000 miles per hour for 2 weeks, and then you're never going to make another video ever again. And then you're going to go back to AFK Journey.
dude. To be fair, that's a problem with all these games. The content flow is so dry for the style of content I make. Like don't give me any game for the first month I love. And then it's like, let's make 8 videos talking about the next character. Let's make 1 video once they come out, and then let's start making videos about the next character. Or you can talk about the other shit that's I'm just not interested in.
Okay.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
So you
It's
just
the
get
model.
bored after the honeymoon phase then, huh?
In these games specifically, because there becomes nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's like
cap.
it-
That's cap. We'll argue about that later. All right, cool.
easy. Also, can I just say thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me on a podcast? Like, I run a little podcast with one other person, and trying to tee up that person who's meant to be super reliable just to do one podcast is just near impossible. Dude just keeps telling me he's too good for me, he's too busy, he's got too much on. So if everyone's looking to help co-host a podcast, like, you know, just let me know, because I don't know, this clip might have to get to that guy.
Hey, I'll be real, man. If you ever need me, I will do as many episodes as you need while Smack's not around. I'm being dead ass. I love doing podcasts. For me, it's fun. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
That's why I do
Wait.
4. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Tecto,
That's good.
What, would,
Yeah, what's up, Ruby?
what is like one topic that you would talk about if you were to come on like any podcast?
What's
That's not gacha. Like something that's not gacha related.
What would your superpower be? That's what Tectone would say, and then he'll be super cringe with it.
I mean, a lot of things, man. I mean, the president elections currently of Joe Biden versus Trump. What superpower would I want? The overall growth of the youth from how gamers used to be to how they are now. Political correctness being forced rather than optional these days. And there's a lot of things I can fucking talk about. I mean, the list could go on. You know, I mean, you got to understand, I want steak and eggs. You know, we don't really talk about gotcha for more than like 5 minutes every episode. I have other things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Or like I can talk about how if someone can, okay, ready for this? Here's a controversial thing I've been talking about lately. How if someone gets angry because I call them fat because they called me a cracker. All right, I feel like it's more than fine for me to fucking body shame someone who race shames me. And that's been great if you've been on Twitter, guys. Really good content.
Space.
Dude, that shit's been fucking wild lately, bro. Okay, anyways, next up we have the hottest rising star in the gacha community with 1 sub 1 month ago, taking it from 1 sub to 25,000 subscribers in 1 month. One of the greatest men to walk this earth, frequent gladiator in World of Warcraft, predator in Apex and any middle school he ever goes into. We have Lol Sinya here today.
Wait,
Wait, I
what
thought-
was that last one?
What?
Wait, I thought we were
Wait a
going to
minute.
introduce Tectone. Wait a minute, hold on.
It sounds like
You know
you're
what?
introducing me.
Yeah, wait a minute. No, what's
Yeah.
up, guys? My name is Lol Shinya. I'm a very new creator in the space, just starting with Wuthering Waves. You guys have been amazing welcoming me into the community. I'm very happy to be here. Ton of amazing content creators and amazing people in the space. But yeah, I come from a background mainly of MMOs. But I did start my gacha journey with Dokkan Battle, a little game called Dokkan Battle for anyone who's familiar with
Yeah,
it
that
back
game
in
is
the
so
mid
ass.
2010s.
It's so
It's
fucking
it's
bad.
bad.
On that game. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I had to
Were you
uninstall
a
that
whale?
game.
Or were you free to play?
The dolphin. I try to dolphin basically any game that I play because I don't have the funds to become a whale,
Yeah.
unlike some people on this call. I'm looking at you, Tectone. Sorry.
Well, I don't either.
Wait,
I'm
which
free to
one?
play. So,
Did you
I'll
spend-
be
Off.
yeah, but I'll be real. I just bought a new house, bro. I can't afford to spend right now. I just can't.
But yeah, but didn't
Yeah.
you spend $1 million in Genshin Impact?
No, I didn't spend $1 million fucking dollars. Okay, I spent $210,000 on my account. Okay, and then I gave away $400,000 to the people in my chat. Okay, that is really, it's really not that.
That's
big
pretty
of a deal,
close.
okay,
So
It's
you've
pretty close.
you've given Hoyoverse $1 million. is what
No,
you're saying.
I've given Hoyoverse $200,000, and I've given my chat $400,000. I think is more than fine. And currently, I think
Yeah,
right
but
now-
that money's going to Hoyo though.
Well, no, I mean, I told them to use it on the rent if they need to, right? So, I mean, that's what it is.
Oh,
Plus,
you
here's
know
the
they
thing-
didn't.
Here's
Right?
the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, without Hoyoverse, we don't get a Wuthering Waves, right? And that's just the truth. Okay, so
Okay, okay.
I think it's a
Oh,
necessary
yeah.
evil to bring us where we're at today. I mean, whether you like
Yeah.
Genshin or you hate Genshin, you have to understand what it did for the genre as a whole. Without Genshin, there's no Honkai Star Rail.
Agreed.
Without Genshin, there's no fucking Wuthering Waves. There's no fucking Project Mugen. There's no fucking Azure Familia. And I would still be stuck playing fucking Cookie Run Kingdom, fucking Farmville, and fucking Arc Knights if fucking good gas games didn't come out. Or even the Seven Deadly Sins Origins, or what's it called? The new Seven Deadly Sins game looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But right now, the Gacha Sphere is pretty much the best it's ever been. And I've been playing this shit back when it was fucking trash. Back when
These
Summoners won the
these
Epic Sevens.
years, like this time frame, is what people are going to look back on the next 10 years to reminisce about.
The golden
Oh, I
age of
agree.
gacha.
Literally the golden age. Yes, 100%. People are going to be thinking back to this moment with these two career like titans of the gaming industry coming together and like really duking it out. I don't think we're going to see this for another 5 to 10 years.
I agree. So why don't you tell everybody how you actually got started?
All right, so I was playing World of Warcraft one day, and we were in Goldshire, and this bald warrior.
No, that's
came
not
up
even.
to
I'm
me.
not even trying to glaze myself. I'm not even going to glaze. I'm saying, talk about your roots. You were a certain head moderator of a certain subreddit.
Oh, come on. Do we really have to go into this?
Why, bro? People already know. It's already out there.
All right.
I don't know.
all right, so,
Sauce.
are you guys familiar with the concept of something called heel sledding?
Yes.
No.
Who?
Yeah.
Okay, so heel sledding is basically a DNS, dominant and submissive relationship where the dominant places the tank and the submissive places the healer, and they follow their dominant around healing them and providing them sexual services.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big thing on the internet as of about 8 years ago, and I was the
Internet's
owner.
fucked.
Yes, I was the owner of the Discord community.
The
largest
entire
Discord-
heel slut Discord community.
the entire heel slut Discord
were that
community,
guy?
correct?
So you started that wave, or was that already a thing?
It was already a thing. I had just inherited it probably about 6 months to a year after like the wave started.
Okay.
We capped at about, before I left, about like 80,000 people in the Discord.
That's insane. The originator.
Is that like an
of
even
r//
ratio, or were there
Heelslut.
like
Which one were
multiple,
you usually?
heel sluts to the tanks? Like, how does that work?
He was asking because he's interested.
Yeah.
That piques my interest for sure. Like 80,000 people is a lot of people to be doing
It's-
some,
yeah.
crazy ass shit. So
I mean, it's probably split down the middle, but you have to also consider that a lot of people are switches. Well, they'll do both, top and bottoming, who are like, just depends on the type of day. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty split evenly. You'd be surprised at the amount of people who
You know what's
who, like,
crazy?
really good.
In my 22 years of playing MMOs, I have never healed a female tank in 22 years.
Oh, 100%.
Like legit, I want you.
They don't exist.
wait, where is this going?
No, I'm saying, like for example,
What?
I was thinking about this switch role where there's dominant and submissive. But like, think about, have you ever healed a female tank in your whole life? I've
No.
never done that. I mean, the odds of that
I
is
have.
just insane.
Yeah.
You
Were
have,
usually
Ruby?
the tank
Yeah.
with the heels?
Who?
I played Perfect World, and
With
there
who?
was a take. It was with my other friend, but the thing
Were
is,
they a
I
girl?
met these. Yeah, no,
And
but
there
my
it
friend
is.
wasn't. No, my friend wasn't tank though. I met these two couple online, and they were both girls, and one
That's
was
because
a
you knew
tank
them,
and one.
but you've never met a random tank.
No. She's a random tank. I'm talking about. I played Perfect World with my friend, and we both met these other girls by chance, and they turned out to be tanks, and we became friends with them.
Do you have screenshots of this?
Bro, this is like back in 2015.
Okay, yeah, no, I think you
You
just
know-
made that shit up to be a
No,
companion.
you know what? I'm gonna go find it, and then I'll send you proof.
Yeah, find it, prove it.
Yeah. Okay, I will.
Cool. And also, for anybody who cares, Lil Shinny has also got his roots started on 4chan. Used to be a whole B-tard. Great. Anyways, that's who we're dealing with today, guys. One of the worst people on the earth, but also one of the best players.
I'm
True.
also, and I hate to say it, I'm a straight white male. So
That's
sorry,
the
guys.
worst vitamin
I'll be
on
seeing my way out.
Cancelled.
Yeah.
Get his ass.
Yeah.
You don't have the trifecta though. You're not bald yet.
True.
All right. Lastly, we have the man with the worst takes in all of Gacha history. Every video of his is a treat because I can't tell if me and Eeyore are just on opposite sides of the spectrums. I always love talking to you. What's up, dog?
Man, you know what it is? It's a
Oh God, you got him started.
different thought processes. That's
Okay.
all it is, bro. You know.
So
That's all it
I
is.
want to talk to you about one of your more recent takes. Okay, one of your
Yeah.
more recent takes. This one got me into some amount of disagreement with my chat. I don't like when my chat gets upset with me, but they do sometimes. I want to know one of your takes. You said Genshin Impact is a generous game. Would you like to elaborate on that?
Yeah. So I saw chat trying to correct you. I was in there while you was reacting, but I didn't want to say anything because I wanted like
you
a genuine,
you should.
No. I wanted to see like what was gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But, so what I meant by generous was most of the gacha games that I've played so far, especially this year, don't have a how do I put it? The weapons themselves, not the 5 stars, right? Like not pulling on the banner and like the gacha rates. I mean the actual weapons. So in Genshin, you can play with what is it, the catch, the fishing weapon. You can fish a bunch of other stuff. Yep. Craftable weapons are really good. I think isn't there still a 3-star sword or something like that that's like OP in the game or whatever for energy regen or whatever it is. Like they have a lot of good options that are just in the game for free. You don't have to go out of your way to get anything else. Most other gacha games don't do that. I brought up Star Rail because, and then you said like the Acheron thing was a bad example. I could have used Topaz, but Topaz doesn't have good options except her light cone. So that would have proved my point about you need the signature light cones. But in Acheron's case, Acheron has really good options, but they're still gacha light cones. So you still have to pull them. That's all it was. But it wasn't so much as like, I'm not saying Genshin is generous in terms of like primo gems, because I don't think Hoyo is generous, period. But that's just me. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't think Hoyo's generous?
No, not for like their currency. I was more so saying they're generous with their weapon options for the free.
That's a trap question right there.
Okay.
I get what he's trying to do. That's why I keep reiterating exactly what I'm saying.
That's very interesting. So here, have you played any other single player PvE exclusive gacha games?
That are not Hoyo or what?
You're gonna say exactly
I played PGR. I've played, I guess we can count Wuthering now. That's pretty much it. Pokemon doesn't, we're not going to count Pokemon Masters, right? Like we're going to leave that alone. And then Fire Emblem's a trap. So we're not going to count Fire Emblem either.
Okay. How long have you played gacha games for?
When did Pokemon Masters come out?
Probably like 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So around the same time as like
started
Genshin,
with Pokemon Masters.
Yep. And then Genshin came out, which funny story about that. When I was introduced to Genshin.
Wait,
Genshin
hold up. Hello, everyone. English voice actor of Gion here. I loved watching some of your reaction on YouTube to the Resident Showcase today. Yo, Alex Jordan.
Hello.
Somebody get a towel.
We should talk sometime.
Oh my god.
Somebody get a towel for
Holy shit.
Yo, first of all, your trailer was fantastic. Amazing. One of the best ones I've ever seen. Your voice work was amazing. If you ever want to talk, hey, follow me on Twitter, brother man. Would love to talk to you anytime. That is amazing, bro.
I would highly recommend deleting that message and not conversing with Tectone, who will ruin your career. That's all I'm saying.
You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked, buddy.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Pokemon Masters was August 2019. I thought that was ages ago.
Yeah, so then that's when I did that.
EO, I got a question for you. If Kirby ate you, what superpower would he get?
If he ate me?
I mean, he's eating you right now, so we need to know what he would get.
The superpower that
yeah, like
no.
what
you could debate your ass off, and yeah, he would get debating his ass off.
Okay.
And he would have a 95% win rate.
Okay, well we're gonna make that a 90% win rate at the end of this podcast. But all right, so we're gonna get in here real quick. We got everybody introduced. We're gonna be all lubed up. We're gonna be good to go. And feel free if you ever have something to say. You want if you're nervous about cutting somebody off, feel free to raise your hand. I'll say fucking go for it. Okay. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna do some pretty heated questions here today. We're going to get the fuck into it. We're going to start off a little bit. Yeah, what's up, Leo? You got to pee?
I just wanted to test the hand raise technique.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you did great. Thank you, man.
What if we're a VTuber with no hands? How do we raise our hands?
Stick your tongue out.
Tits.
Yeah, stick your tongue out.
Update your model.
Yeah, there you go.
Update your model.
Or take your model and just start spazzing it around the screen like Hex.
Move it like this.
Yeah, that too.
Notice me.
You know what? You should just keep doing that the whole. You should keep doing that the whole podcast.
I see.
All right. So we're gonna start this off pretty easy banger things to go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're gonna start with chaotic because chaotic hasn't talked in a bit. We're gonna be talking about re-rolling. Are you re-rolling chaotic? What's your opinion on re-rolling? Do you think it's worth?
I don't re-roll in any game.
Why?
Period. It's boring.
Okay. True.
Yeah.
Is that the only
boring.
reason?
That's the only reason.
Okay, I'll be real. I'm not.
I actually go with whatever they give me at the beginning, whether it's ass or it's good. I just kind of just go with it, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. No, first of all, I 100% agree with you. I really think rerolling is very dangerous because we've seen with other games rerolled accounts become null and voided, and your progress gets erased from rerolled accounts. So me personally, with the way that Wuthering Waves has set itself up, I don't really see any point to where it is necessary. I understand for slight optimizations, but it appears to me like it's going to be pretty easy to get whatever character I want, especially with the selector that we're getting down the line regardless.
Yeah,
I don't feel
not
like...
only that, but keep on hearing that they're going to be rolling out the rewards. So I mean, like it just kind of defeats the purpose.
Day 2 and day 3 is where you get the other pulls.
Yeah, it's completely pointless, man. You're just wasting your time at that point.
Oh wait, we're not getting the rewards till day 2 or day 3?
You get most of them,
Some
but
of them.
the ones they announced in a live stream, the extra stuff, you don't get till day 2, day 3.
Correct.
Okay,
So
fuck
like
yeah.
any reroll
so
process
standard
that
pulse.
would have been is probably going to take you roughly like
45
I guess like
minutes,
hours.
an
No,
hour,
yeah, you're going to be 4 to 5 hours in.
Or you could just wait till
No,
tomorrow.
It doesn't
you
take
could
that
just
long to get to your pulse.
no. He means
to
he
get
means
to
like,
get to your
forget-
40.
Yeah.
You're not
Oh,
getting
yeah.
all 40.
You're
Yeah,
not
you're getting
rerolling
all
for the
40.
40 day one. That's not what you're
get-
doing.
Yeah. That's not what you're doing when you reroll day 1.
You have to
you
wait
don't
till
do that
day
for
two.
sure.
You're super sweaty if you're rerolling day one.
Yeah, it's like 12 pulls on day
You
1.
wait till
for
day
Xeon.
2. You wait till day
Yeah.
2 to pull if you want to do your 5-star standard pulls.
Yeah.
The
That
random
sounds
ones.
fucking miserable.
Yeah.
So is
It's good.
anybody
It's
here...
fun.
It appears that we're all against rerolling. Is anybody here actually going to reroll or no? You're rerolling, Vulcan?
Of course,
Yeah,
Vulcan.
well, dude, I'm the sweatiest reroller. It's like my favorite part of games. These games, though, it's not as fun because you can't really get the god tier level of start. But in other games, I absolutely love rerolling. Yeah, but they kind of fucked us with those delayed rewards is the problem, which shits me. But
I know what they were doing.
I was going to reroll for Gian and just do 10 pulls each time or 12 pulls each time and see if I could get him. But now it's the reroll that I'm going to do is do 20 pulls on the standard banner, not the beginner banner. So I'm going to run in, do 20 pulls on the standard banner, see if I can get a 5-star from that. Then you get your beginner banner one. Then you get your selector.
Yeah, so you get
So that's what I'm
3
going to do.
stars, Yeah.
You are
But,
crazy.
yeah, man, it's fun. It's fun shit. So
Yeah, but
I'll do that.
Are you not worried about losing your account in case they decide to...
No, the only time I've ever seen accounts get lost is when they're sold accounts because they look at IP and stuff like that and region. So I've seen sold accounts get banned and I've seen salted email accounts get banned. If you're running actual Gmail accounts, I have never seen a genuine account get banned.
Can you explain what salted
no
accounts
reason.
mean to people who are new? Because nobody's going to know what the fuck
Salted
it means.
accounts, and you can't do it in these games
Yeah, I
anyway.
was about
But
to say
salted
you can't
account
do
is
it
when you
literally.
get like an email address that's like test@gmail.com, and then you do test like t.est. Yeah, and then you can put like dots, hyphen. You can put like a bunch of different shit to change it. Essentially, is what it is, and you basically it goes to the same email address, but the game thinks it's a different email, so you don't have to keep making emails. But I got like 1 million Google accounts from rerolling in every game, so I'm set.
Okay, fuck yeah. All right, well, seems like the majority of us are on fuck re-rolling, so let's go to the next question. Are you guys, or who are you getting from your 5-star selector, Chaotic?
Gian.
Well, you can't pick him
Sorry,
from the
Gian,
selector.
my
He's
bad.
not
Jian Xing, my bad. These names are so
martial
hard
arts
to
character,
remember.
yeah.
Fucking trash. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting her. I already heard everyone saying that she's bad. That's kind of why I want it. That's kind of what I want her.
Wait, John's in?
Jian
Yeah.
Shin, yeah, whatever her name is.
Yeah, so I've been told that she's a lot better now than she was on launch.
She is. She got buffed.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm regardless if she's bad or not. That's the character that I'm going for because her martial arts like style is just so freaking cool, man. I'm going for what I like over like meta stuff.
Yeah.
I never go for meta in these games. I just go for whoever looks the most appealing, whoever has the coolest techniques. Like that's what I'm going for.
I think that's the big problem with me is because I'm 1,000,000% going Calcharo, but whether he's like, even with post nerf, even if he's fucking bad now, I don't care. He looks so fucking cool.
I don't know where that
strong.
came
I
from.
don't know if he's bad. Yeah, he's good.
No. The people hear nerfs and they're like, "Oh man, they were nerfed. This is horrible now." And it's like you don't even know what got nerfed. You're just saying.
I'll just repeat the thing I said at the very start. It's like a lot of the stuff that people have seen and referenced may or may not have already had that information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're saying on the Pridwin tier list that's post nerf.
I'm not saying that.
I can neither confirm
Okay, you're
nor
not
deny
saying that.
I can confirm nor deny that.
Okay, so are you not saying that?
I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that.
All right. So you're not saying nothing. All right, cool. I get you. 100%.
I believe the terminology they have on the website is the pre-release information.
Yeah.
So
okay.
it doesn't say CBT2. I don't know. You know,
I'll
who
be
knows?
real. I'm
We'll
kind of
wait and
on the
see.
same. I'm kind of on the same mindset of pulling John Zinn as well. Like if I get John Zinn, I'm not mad. But she is one of my most wanted units for sure.
Like I already know that she's good. Probably still like in comparison to everyone else. Cause I think I have looked at the information. I honestly don't care, man. That's like I don't care.
She's honestly the best for a playthrough. Like because she's got
story?
easy access to AoE. You'd never die. Like for clearing the world, best character.
Yeah, we're talking
With-
about this
with-
last
with her
night.
ult.
black hole effect is
Yep.
like disgusting.
Is it
She
better?
gets
But also
than
when she
Gian?
charges. Yes, because the problem with Gian is he only really gets his good AoE capabilities during his ult when he's got the dragon out. And because you kill shit so quick, you don't get to do full rotations and gain full energy. So he can actually like gimp himself in the overworld with killing enemies because he does it so quick.
How the fuck do you know so much, Vulcan? You like I swear to God, you weren't even gonna play this game 5 days ago. What happened?
Dude, you forget the reason I said I wasn't going to play the game is
Yeah.
because I sweated it so hard
Yeah.
in the beta.
Bro was like, you
okay.
want to do co-op on day 2, and everyone else was like level 20.
Yeah.
You have to be like level
Like
30.
I was
Yeah.
through everything and everyone else was still getting there, and so like me and Grimro, we were both we were sweating the shit out of it. So
It's
yeah,
level 30 for was it level 30 for co-op or 27 or something? That's
Like
30,
28 or
30.
some bullshit like
Yeah.
that. Was it 30?
30.
Yeah, I remember when he
it's
said
too
co-op.
damn
I was
high.
like, what, bitch? I'm like level 20. What the?
because we jumped on the podcast with and everyone was like you know yeah I'm gonna play Wuthering Waves. I'm like, you boys ain't even fucking playing the game. Like I was like, what is going on here? Yeah. So yeah, no, she's just so easy for the overworld. It's ridiculous.
Okay, that makes me really happy because I really want to
I'ma
use
be
her, even if she's
super-
bad. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna be super experimental with my account. Like I'm even letting I'm even gonna let people like mess around with how I have my own account where I'm just gonna like actually try and build stuff and all that stuff. I might even abandon that account. It just depends on how much fun I'm having with the stream account.
I think that's a
At
really
the end
good
of the
idea
day-
because a lot of people are going to get really sweaty at this fucking game, and if you like
I'm
pose yourself
not,
as a
man.
min maxer, I'm very worried about how irritating your chat's going to become when you pose yourself as I'm the guy who's really good at the game. Like, oh, I'm already dreading hearing this fucking.
Too bad I suck at games. That's never gonna happen.
Hey, look,
Here's
I'm
my
gonna make sure to
take.
go in everyone's chat and say, I didn't use a healer, so your run is invalid.
See, my hot take is it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be if you are good at the game, people are going to get on your case about it. And it's going to be the norm and the accepted thing to be
I
trash
do
at the
see
game.
that.
Yeah,
I do see that.
agreed.
I don't like that.
100%.
I don't like
I
that.
1,000,000%
that.
disagree, and here's why. Because people even backseat people in sponsored streams of Genshin Impact for first-time players, being like, "Oh, bro, why aren't you using 5 stars?" I don't know, because I just started the fucking game. Like, bro, why aren't you using this build? Oh, I don't know, because I just started the fucking game. I feel like
You don't have Dendro yet?
yeah, I feel like the min-maxing community of this fucking Wuthering Waves is gonna be so fucking irritating. But we'll see. I'm gonna correct that behavior immediately, as well as anybody promoting that mentality. Like, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I'm already getting pissed off beforehand because, dude, when I played Arknights, I wanted to shoot myself with how irritating that fucking community is. There's a lot of these people who say, oh, dude, fucking Arknights community kicked Tectone out. No, you fucking didn't. I left because nobody wanted to hear your stupid fucking ass. If you kicked me out, what'd you do? Kick me out into a massive pile of money? Oh, man, I'm fucking shaking in my fucking size 12 custom baby seal leather boots. Like, these people need to shut the fuck up with this whole egotistical bullshit that they kicked me out of fucking nothing. Like, get the fuck out of my face. These people are so goddamn dumb and ridiculous. Anyways, Tectone, who are you pulling for?
At first, it was going to be Genshin because I wanted to be different because
Yeah.
everyone else was going Calcharo and Encore.
Now you're
but-
not different.
Who
anymore.
is going Encore?
No.
I've never heard anybody say that.
I'm going Encore because she's
I am.
probably one of the most busted characters in the game.
Best
to be
fucking
honest.
character in the game.
Yeah.
She's just cute.
You think so? Why?
Yeah,
I
she's
know
got,
so.
like
Think so.
She got
I know
the
so.
highest DPS in the game, like hardest hitting like single damage in the game. And she also has like 70% damage reduction, I believe, when she's in her ult.
My problem with Encore is that you have to parry, you have to plunge attack.
I don't know if they
Just-
confirmed that change or not, but ranged
Yeah.
attacks have parries
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But Encore could parry in CBT2.
Did they
Before the
change
ranged
it?
attack
Because
changed.
before she could only parry by plunging.
People weren't using it's a range and a timing thing. It's a cleave.
Yeah.
So she has a cleave
Yeah.
move. And so it's not the puppets have their own frame data or attacks, whatever, like their
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And then our hitbox. There we go. They have their own hitbox. and then she has her own hitbox, or hurt box, I should say. The cleave has its own hitbox. So in fighting games, it's called a disjointed move, which is like if my arm could hit you, right?
Yeah.
But then my wrist or my whatever, I had a ghost hand, and my ghost hand could slap the shit out of you.
Yeah.
That's a disjointed hitbox. You can't hit the ghost hand, but you can hit my arm.
Okay, I get that.
She is the hurt box. So her cleave has an extended or a disjointed hitbox. That's what can parry. You have to hit the cleave on the golden circle.
So do you
Did
think,
you
they
test
changed it
that?
then?
Did you test that?
Yeah.
I hope they did, because her
In like
her
the
hitbox.
recent build?
No, not in the recent build, in CBT2.
Okay,
That's what I'm
because
saying, like,
yeah.
they changed it.
From
and it's
my
different.
understanding, she can't. But like, because I remember in the beta as well that the shit healer, what's her name, that Tectone loves,
Verizon?
because like her little thingy could parry as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the latest I've heard is that
Wait, you
range
don't like
isn't.
Bizy?
Huh?
You don't like Bizy?
Have you read like I don't like the change they made to her outro. I feel like they thought she was too close to Verena.
Mm-hmm.
What was the
Yeah,
change?
so now
I
she
didn't
buffs
see
the
that.
next character instead of doing the 30-second buff for the whole team. So now she isn't
Oh,
affected.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say she was kind of broken in CBT too.
I think
Their-
people.
That's their way of making you pull Verena.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
for
Still not pulling that character. Fuck that character.
I think for
Yeah,
Encore as well,
never.
with Senhua's change, her outro ability used to buff glacial damage, but now Senhua is buffing basic attack damage.
Basic attack damage.
So
yep.
not a lot of people realize that, and a lot of Encore's kit is regarded as basic attack
Basic
damage.
attack.
So there's gonna be a
The
real
one
big
thing-
sleeper there.
The one thing I will say is that because they've changed it to deepen damage, which is like an outside multiplier on everything, the deepen damage actually works best on elemental damage. So I think with Senhua, it's actually going to be a nerf to her once a good ice character comes in. Because when you're buffing the raw element damage, because that's what you'll find with Alto now, he actually looks better because his buff is actually really solid, but he still loses out to Mortefi once you get dupes, because Mortefi's dupes are focused around the buffing side of him, whereas Alto's is around his damage side. So, like, I was pumped. First of all, what's that?
Deepen damage? When did they? What?
That's
I mean,
that's a whole new thing they just put in
Yeah.
the game.
Are
Let's
you
talk about
kidding
it.
me?
What is this?
No.
When?
So deepen it. Think of it like Tharo's
An
like all
external
type
multiplier.
res penetration
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's something that just everything gets hit.
So in the damage formula, you have like this multiplier, this multiplier, this multiplier, and often a lot of things are like in with each other. But the deepen is like an external multiplier on that stuff. So if you have like wind damage deepen, or whatever the fuck they call wind damage, it's like a straight multiplier on what your total damage would have been from that wind damage, if that makes sense. So because they've changed all those effects to external multipliers, it makes the elemental ones actually really good because they amplify every bit of damage. Whereas if you look at a character like Gian that does like 54% of his damage in burst window from
Ultimate.
from heavy attacks,
And this is a
an
change
elemental
they made from CBT2 to CBT3, or sorry, from final, the launch build.
Yeah.
yeah.
You remember?
So that's
like when you play Honkai Impact and then they added finality damage.
Oh no, I get what it is.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I get what it is. I didn't know it was a part of the game.
That's fucking
I
awesome.
didn't.
No. Wuthering's like I'm so excited to get my hands on it because like there's so many things about it and everyone's opinions and like thoughts are all over the place. And so everything is on the board right now. Any concepts, any ideas?
So do you
any
think that
game
this
plan?
it's called deepen damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that theoretically nerfs the content that's currently out? Since it does that make the game easier because that didn't exist before?
I don't think it would nerf it, because that's where you get like when people are saying like, "Oh, Caltro got nerfed because his multipliers got nerfed."
Yeah.
They're trying to balance it out, so he won't do as much damage. But
Okay.
in return, like
You
'cause
deepen.
I think, yeah. Because I was mentioning that with like the team stuff, that video that I mentioned where I said like I don't think there's a team structure in the game. Like there's no reason to have a team.
Yeah.
And so now they're trying to fix that. They're like, okay, well, if there's no reason for a team, let's make it so that you're missing a lot of damage if you don't have X character for your team.
Yeah,
Or
they're making.
they
X
realized they
weapon for your
fucked up team building, and a lot of
Yeah.
two character teams were better than 3 character teams. So they had to put something in place to force you to play a third character, or at least make you feel like you had to play a third character. It was basically they just broke the system, and this was their fix for it. Because like if you look in the beta, there was this dude on Bilibili going between Kalcharo and Yinlin.
I
And it
showed
is
Grim that
insane.
shit, dog.
The dude is literally has 2 characters on the field the whole time. time because they both have switch canceling effects. So like you use the ability from Calcharos, switch to Yinlin. Calcharos still finishing that ability. Then you use Yinlin's combo, and then she stays on the field doing her ability while you switch to Calcharo. It is the most insane looking thing.
So
I'd never
good.
be able to do it because I'm dog shit, but holy fuck, it's so
I'm
cool.
gonna be able to do it easily. I'm gonna
So
be able
what
to
do
do
you
it
about
easily,
that?
bro.
It's still in the
I
game.
want to get ridiculously fucking good at this game for no reason. Before we get to any of this,
It's still in the
before we get
game,
to
but they
hold
also
on, before we get into this dorky ass nerd talk, we need to let the women speak. Okay, hey Ruby, who are you gonna pull for?
I want to pull for Verena.
Oh wow, that is the lamest shit I've ever heard in my
Dude.
life.
Wait. The thing was,
Tectone,
okay,
you asked for
wait.
this.
So I want to talk about Encore because earlier when you guys were talking about Encore, as from a casual perspective, if you don't know how to use her parry system was definitely harder. So I was gonna agree with Vulcan what he was saying, how like some people were under the impression that she couldn't parry just because she was a lot different. But then EO, you were saying that she had like a weird hitbox thing. So that's why I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting to know. Verena, I never had her, but in CBT2, I had Lin Yang for forever. I think I had him at like C3. I'm not too sure what Wuthering Waves
They give you a lot of dupes.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called in Wuthering Waves at the moment. But I did get him
Resonance
at
Resonance chain.
Resonance.
Don't they call them
Resonance.
sequences?
I thought I was gonna say what's a sequence then?
Oh, sequence? Okay, yeah. I had him at like sequence 3. So I was like, I want to try someone new. So it's either Calcharo or Verena.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
recommend you go
Verena's design?
Calcharo. I feel like pulling Verena is so fucking lame. It's ridiculous. Do you like the way she looks?
Yeah, I hate
She's
the way she
cute.
looks.
She's cute design. Okay, but the thing is with Calcharo, I did see that he has like something with like an infusion with an echo. I don't really know what his
Yeah, he has like
playstyle
a
is like.
JoJo stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so real
Pretty
quick, I want to
But
really
is she
follow.
like a double DPS? Does that make sense? So like,
Yeah,
Kinda.
I want to pursue this route here with you real quick because I really need you to really to stand your ground at this point because I disagree so much it's fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna list characters.
okay, I'll stand my.
I'm gonna list characters and you tell me which one of them Verena looks better than. Okay, all right. So Verena versus Nahida, who's better?
Verena.
There's no way.
I like the way she looks. I like the way she looks.
Okay,
She has cool
Verena.
ass hair.
Verena over Hu Tao.
Okay, Hu Tao. But
Ver-
come on, they don't even look
Those aren't
alike.
the
Like
same.
different color palette.
Okay, Verena versus Yelan.
Bailu.
Bro, Yelan is a whole mommy, man. You can't say that.
Okay, so Verena
Violet.
versus Chi Chi.
Tectone, it's almost like saying like
Uh-huh.
like me versus like Hocho Marine from Hollow Live. Like, you know, it's a huge difference.
You.
It's a huge
Aw.
I pick you.
Oh, that's nice.
The
What?
stun
You're
lock.
welcome.
That is oh, that's very nice. But yeah, I mean, I guess like from my standpoint, I had never seen Verena, and I did hear from a lot of people she's like the Chi-Chi, the Bailu in Wuthering Waves. But then the thing is, I feel like at least from my stance, I thought it was like kind of like a hate train. So I was like,
Oh, it is.
I don't.
And I'm the conductor.
Yeah.
Fuck that fucking
Oh, you're the
character, bro.
conductor,
Yeah.
huh?
I pulled her
I hate
twice
that
in the
bitch, bro.
CBT. I didn't get to play a single new character because I pulled her ass twice in the CBT. I was so fucking mad.
Me too. It was the
That was
most
me with
bullshit I've
Lin
ever
Yang.
seen.
I almost uninstalled the beta when that happened. I was like, this is so fucking dog shit.
I remember you raging in chat because of it. Yeah, I remember.
Wait, that was me with Lin Yang, but I still played him because I liked his playstyle, but I'm hoping they fix some of his, I guess, combat moves in the
Yeah,
actual
his
game.
problem is like when you need to parry a boss's attack on the ground, he's constantly in the air, so you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Mhm,
But yeah,
yeah.
I don't
That's
know,
what
is
it
anybody
is.
picking the little femboy? Is anybody picking the little cat?
Oh, come on. He's not a
Playing the game?
fanboy.
Is
He
he
ain't a
furry?
fanboy.
Wait, what is he? What
Depending.
is he then?
He's a furry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
Wait,
grizzly
who are we
fur.
talking about?
Do we know
Ling
he's
Yang.
not?
Because
of the tail.
Ling
Be
Yang.
a
Do you
furry
guys
Ling
know
Yang.
what he looked like
Dude.
before?
time. Two can be
Yes,
two at
he
the
was.
same
He was
time.
literally.
Dude,
he was
he
literally
looked-
a tiger.
Yeah,
was-
he looked awful before. I don't know if you guys saw him before. He was literally all like pale
Cap, he
gray
looked better.
and
He still
full
looked
furry.
better.
He looked better.
His name
He
was-
looked
Full
better.
furry.
His name was
God,
General
that's
Awu.
crazy.
No, dude, him and Mortefi
No
looked better
way.
before the swaps. 100%.
I
I'm
agree
dropping-
What
with-
did
I agree with
Mortefi look like
Mortefi.
before?
I'm
Mortefi
dropping
had
a-
a dragon tail, bro.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
dragon tail
Hey,
was
yo.
badass.
Lin Yang mates,
What?
just saying, he's still a cool character. He has a really cool combat in my opinion.
I dropped an image.
Dude, I
dropped an
feel
image
like
in
she's
the
the
Shinya
chat.
just
most
dropped
hated
it.
character. What'd you link, Shinya? Where'd you put it?
Yeah,
What
she
what
just
Ling
put it.
Yang? in this chat, what do you still look like?
I think he looked fucking awesome, personally.
What?
I like
No
the.
I think
way.
he
No
looks
way.
good as well.
I like
He
the
looks
tiger
way better
lily.
before.
He looks awesome.
But it's different.
It has
He's just a
personality.
generic
Oh my God,
furry
you're
femboy
ugliest-
now.
Can I just say, Eric and I
I've
both look
seen
dog
in
shit,
my
and he should have
life.
just been
No,
screwed.
that's
Oh my god.
That's wild.
I mean-
Okay, want to give 2 more, y'all, and then yeah. So I'm assuming nobody's picking the gang. Kate, who you picking?
Oh god, okay, so I'm not a goddamn like spreadsheet nerd like some people here. Like I genuinely have no idea what the best thing is to be with whatever, so I'm just picking like whoever I think just looks goddamn cool. So considering I'm gonna definitely be going for Gion, I'm just gonna pick Kalcharo because it sounds like the worst idea possible. So I'm just picking for whoever's
So
worst.
you want Kalcharo and Gian to kiss, is what you're saying?
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying,
wanted
man.
to
Like
kiss,
whatever.
Maybe you'll have another armpit next to you soon.
I was about to say.
Respect.
What about you, Hex?
Yeah,
You
no.
picking?
I'm going with Encore
Why?
Based.
because she's cute.
Is that it?
True.
Yeah, it's really it. She's a little bit higher skill cap, which I think is fun.
I think you're gonna get obliterated.
I
No
That's
faith.
fine. I think everybody's probably gonna get a bit obliterated. It's okay. I like a little bit of struggle, but I think she's cute and she has a good supports that go with her.
Like who?
She's actually one of the more
Zenwa.
simple characters to use too. Anyway, she
Yeah.
pretty much just spams left click. To be honest,
I just-
like,
I
combo-
just-
Dude, I have
Wait a
heard
minute.
so much
Wait a
conflicting
minute.
information.
She's not a
That's not-
spam.
yeah.
Once you
we're not
use
gonna do
that.
ultimate, that
Hold
is
on.
pretty much what you do.
Hey, Chaotic,
No,
what do you think?
It seems like it.
no.
What do you mean? What do I think?
Well, what do you?
I
How do you think you play Encore?
I mean, you can just spam click anyone, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, there's also inputs for every single character to maximize their damage.
Yeah,
you
but I'm
learn
saying
their kits.
Kalcharo has way more than.
Oh
Encore
yeah,
does.
oh yeah,
That's
of
what
course.
What are we
saying
constituting
she's
as way
way better
more?
for a casual player than Kalcharo
That's
is.
that wasn't what I was saying though. Like,
That's
I don't
what I'm
even
saying.
agree with that.
There's more depth. There's more depth in some of these characters.
Then go in,
So-
Eo. What's the
but,
problem?
like,
Go ahead, Eo. Go
she's
ahead.
cute and
Oh,
she's,
he's
like,
the one that
nice.
taught me some of this stuff. So he's about to make this a long discussion. I'm just warning you.
Go ahead, Eo.
They,
Go
they-
on, man.
I'll shorten it. They both have what I'll call like cancel combos and hard stuff, like intricate stuff, right? Kalcharo is definitely the easier one to get instead of Encore because
The
Encore.
tough thing with Kalcharo is his window to do it because you got a 0.5
Yeah, I disagree.
second lenience in actually getting his combo off. So if you're doing anything else, you're kind of fucked. Like I watched with the timing that he was given, and then I watched some people play in beta, and people were missing like 30 to 40% of his rotation in the burst window. That's where the issue comes for him. So, but it's one of those things you can get better at it.
And then with Encore has a lot of cancel opportunities, and then like switch tech is really huge for her. And you also need to know the
define
timing on like,
cancel opportunities. I want you to speak to where like a fucking stupid baby could understand exactly what you're saying.
so
Me, basically.
cancels would be like if you did basic attack or anything, right? And then you cancel the animation into
Yep.
doing something else.
How do you do that?
So multiple different ways. You
So
could cancel
explain.
it into a dash.
Okay.
You could cancel it into a skill. You could cancel skill into a dash into a basic attack. You can cancel that into a parry. You can cancel that into a burst or a switch. So there's a lot of different things that, and this goes for a lot of the other characters in the game too. But with Encore in particular, a lot of her kit comes into the switch cancels or attack cancels because her animations are so long. It's not until you get into her install, and install is the burst, like the transformative state. And so there's a couple different characters that have an install in the game, but it's not
called
until you
an
get into the
install?
install. It's a fighting game term.
Sure.
Yeah. Install just means that you basically use a bunch
Berserk
of meter.
mode.
Yeah, to go in like
Yeah.
this crazy stuff. So you get a bunch of extra crap on top of it.
Yeah.
Like when we mentioned earlier, the parry stuff. So
Yeah.
in her install, everything parries. You don't have to time anything.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna parry. It doesn't matter. But she also has the puppets. So now the puppets do more damage. They attack faster. They attack further away, and her cleaves are wider.
I want to
So
let
she
you
gets a lot
know
more.
that Hexjuice is making fun of you the whole time you're saying this, but I.
But doesn't that prove my point?
Well,
that she's
no, I'm
more
not.
casual?
I don't know what you're talking about. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm not doing anything. I'm
I
sitting here
think
quietly
this is
and
very
respectfully-
interesting. Personally, I think
I
it's
want
very
to know
interesting.
how many
Hold on.
skills of hers you're canceling
never
though.
done
Like
any-
because to me,
Oh,
it's
that's
just
what
the
I'm
heavy
saying.
attack at the end of the combo.
Because
It's
like,
the heavy
hold
attack
on.
at the
Doesn't
end
that
when you
prove
have
my
it.
point? What you just said.
No.
You just said you can parry anything when you're in that mode. So
Yeah,
don't
an
you
install.
just
You still
spam
have to
left
get to
click
the
then?
install. No, if you could. Okay, I'm not saying
Why
you
not?
parry anything that's auto parry. I'm saying that if you had an option to parry something and you time the parry, you could get the parry. Versus outside of install, where you have like you have to cleave it. That cleave is like the first and maybe the last hit in her normal combo. So if you're in like
oh yeah,
the
but when
second or
she's
third
not in her
hit,
ult, she's ranged, so it's not like it's not as crazy.
she's
as
mid
like, what
range,
Kalcharo-
but that doesn't.
Yeah.
That okay? Like so, like let's say we were boxing and you had a longer reach than me, what's to stop me from just getting in your face?
Me?
Yeah. So if the enemy doesn't stop me, then or if I don't stop the enemy is gonna just walk in my face.
One thing I want to say about this stuff that really interests me is a lot of people talk about it because we mix up the hardcore stuff with the more general Tower of Adversity, which is like the memory chaos stuff. And we got to wait and see how the final build works because people were doing it like 20 levels under max level. And when bosses hit you, like they weren't one-tapping you like they do in hologram bosses. So I feel like my understanding is, and this could be wrong, so don't quote me, hologram bosses are that sweaty thing where you've got to parry, dodge absolutely everything. And then, but once again, you can probably overlevel and ignore it. But then the Tower of Adversity feels like more like that optimize your rotation. So it depends what you're talking about in that sense, because in an optimized rotation, you're probably not leaving her on the field for a long time when she's not in her burst window.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you're trying to use her to solo hologram bosses, then yes, I completely see what you're talking
Pause
about.
this.
So
For,
it's like,
pause this for 10 seconds. And 10 seconds, and then I swear to God, 10 seconds. Boys, we have a golden Kappa train. If you can give 2 subs to the channel, you will get free pulls in Wuthering Waves. We're also doing a giveaway for $1,000 when Wuthering Waves releases in 4 hours. If you sub right now, you will get a golden Kappa. If you give 2 subs, you will be able to get in-game rewards from Wuthering Waves. Make sure to follow the stream, follow the stream, follow the stream, follow the stream, follow the stream. Get the sub, get 2 subs, you get a golden Kappa, you get free rewards, all that good shit. Great. And we're doing a giveaway later. $100 if you're followed, $200 if you're subscribed, $500 if you get 2 subs. Thank you. Okay, we back. Sorry, I had a golden Kappa train. I had to tell
Golden
you.
Kappa.
Golden Kappa!
All right, sorry. So,
Pissman.
okay, so where were we at, Vulcan?
Piss train.
I was just basically saying, like, there's 2 different sides to the game, and they often get blurred and people will be talking about 2 different things when they talk about it. Because I feel like hologram bosses, you're not looking at optimal rotation. I mean, yeah, you're not looking at optimal rotations because you're waiting for that parry, you're waiting, you're not just spamming your rotation. Whereas when you get into Tower of Adversity, which is like the memory of chaos, then it's more about optimizing rotations.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
So when we talk about characters, like when EO's talking about the skill of Encore with when she's not in her berserk mode, that is more looking at hologram bosses as opposed to what most people will end up settling into, because I think with hologram bosses, they're one-time rewards. If you want to sweat, you can sweat. I'll just wait till I'm max level and then clear them. But the main thing people are going to repeatedly do is going to be the Tower of Adversity.
Yeah.
I can see that too. I still think that
There's just
we're,
some things to
I
do.
guess for what I've been saying,
Yeah.
I think the majority of player base will not be able to do the Tower of Fantasy
Hologram?
Tower of Adversity stuff anyway.
What a good game. Oh, that was a great game.
No. They fucked it up.
Yeah, 4.0 is coming out.
Yeah, anyway, so the majority of the player base, especially coming from Genshin going to Wuthering, will not be able to do this stuff.
No,
unless
because
they,
you'll be
really
underleveled.
practice it.
It's
No,
it's the
not
super
even with the
sweaty
level.
stuff.
It's just like a straight up execution thing. Like I just don't think they play the game enough to be able to do that.
and it's
Especially
3
if they're going
teams,
for like
not
a
2.
casual thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of things that you would have to take into consideration before, like for instance, the Caltro timing window. And then Sanhua is another example where she has to time like a metronome, right? Her little
Yeah,
forte
her
skill.
Forte skill, yeah.
The one thing
some
with
players,
Wait,
Go
that
ahead.
sounds
The one-
fucking awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she's-
the character
she's
kits are
my favorite
fucking insane. They're
character.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
You're gonna
super
love
cool.
her.
The best thing I love about this game is the 4 stars just feel like they have more complexity to their kit, which I actually like. Like they add complexity, so it's like higher skill cap. But hers, you got to remember, if you use her intro skill, her ultimate, and her skill, that bar is basically full. So you can just like hold it for
Spam
any
that
duration,
shit.
and you're shattering the shit.
Yeah.
And then with Eidolons, or whatever the fuck sequences, she ends up shattering it even if you miss the timing. So she becomes like a lot more lenient as well eventually.
I said so many times that 4 stars in that game feel like 5 stars, to be honest.
Yeah, they're so good.
I think that's such a good thing, though.
Yeah.
I know. That's something we should probably talk about real quick. Let's move on to the next point here because we already know everybody's pulling for. I want to talk about, do we think that is an issue, that 4 stars feel just as good as 5 stars in this game? I know a lot of people were saying that Danjin was the best character in Wuthering Waves before all the recent buffs and nerfs went out. But I'm seeing a lot of negativity surrounding that, and they're saying that we want our 5 stars to feel like 5 stars. I'm curious when he has any strong feelings about if they think an issue between the 4 stars and 5 stars feeling identical.
No, because I still think that the 5 stars are so good that they're just a lot better than the 4 stars are still, even with the 4 stars being so good. Like Gion's damage over a 4-star character's damage is ridiculously different.
Fuck, it's a monster, bro.
Is Gian a fucking monster?
He's a monster. There's so much shit to
He's
him.
really
Oh my
strong.
goodness.
Okay,
I
what?
heard
What?
his
what?
hitbox is really good.
After he ults, he just fucking obliterates everything.
Yeah.
And juggles them.
Yeah.
CC as well.
And
So
then
it-
even outside of his ult, he has ground to air combos.
Yep.
The little air dash that so that dash, his skill.
Wait, he has an air dash?
Yep.
Yeah, see, people didn't know that,
He's
right?
legit
so-
just
yeah.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
but it goes, it goes in the air.
He's a
and you
Zhao
can
and
switch
Bibiru
cancel
Lune
it.
combined. is
Yeah,
what he
Better
is.
so
Zhao.
like you can dash and switch, and he'll still do
He
the
can
dash.
plunge.
But
he
the
can,
character
all
that you switched into is they stay in the air, so they can
Yep.
get their full air combo, whatever the hell they were gonna do, and then you repeat the process, and then you can like land on the ground, do the ult, and then like if you play with Yang, because she has like 3 different ways
The
to launch the
tornado
enemy into
and
the
shit,
air.
yeah.
Like there's a bunch of crazy shit you can do.
Yeah.
Gion's fucking
I was-
nasty, and then
I was under
AOE
the
doesn't work
impression-
like normal. So
I was under the impression that Gion's single target is going to be pretty subpar compared to people like Encore or
no.
Calcharo.
Nope.
Because so the way it
Mhm.
works in this game, compared to like other games, AOE normally hits like like in Tharo, right? You hit multiple enemies, and then so everyone gets that shared multiplier.
Yeah.
But in this game, his dragon is like 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. So if there's multiple enemies around him, they all get hit for 1-1-1-1-1-1. But if there's just one enemy, he still gets hit for 1-1-1-1-1-1.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's
so
not
if-
like an AOE.
Jeez.
Every
Yeah.
character, if single target, they would deal 100 damage. If there was 3 targets getting hit by that attack, they all take that 100 damage.
Yeah.
There's no splitting of damage.
Like
but
think of Harmony MC's like skill where he drops the gold and shit, or like the follow up for what's his name, Aventurine, where it
Yeah.
hits random enemies. Except instead of hitting random enemies, all hits the same enemy.
So are we saying that Gian is a quadratic scaler?
I don't even know
bring
how
out
to
the formulas.
interpret
yeah,
that.
fucking,
Yeah.
Let's
let me
go.
let me
Get
just,
the
let me just
spreadsheet.
Google a dictionary. Fucking.
All right,
Fuck is
so-
like,
so-
I'm
so-
taking
so-
Google. What the fuck is a
little joke,
quadratic?
little joke, little
If
joke
I
in my
could-
community.
If
So
I could-
there was another content. Sorry, Hex, go ahead.
I want to say to keep on back to the original question. I think it's okay for 4 stars to be very strong as long as there's more complication around how you build them with their team and how you have to play them. And also, probably there should be amount of like flashiness that comes with having a 5-star versus a 4-star, like animations wise.
I 1,000,000% agree. Yeah, I want
Yeah.
the 4 stars and 5 stars to be around. So full disclosure, I would like a max constellation 4-star or whatever it's called, resonance chain in this game. Which that's what it's called, right? Resonance chain.
Or sequences, resonance
Sequences.
chain.
I'm pretty sure it's Resonance Chain. I think
Dupes,
Sequence
I think
was.
could work.
Resonance Chain.
I think we could
It's
just do dupes.
Sequence is old. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
well, once a 4-star has the max dupes, I think it should be 10% below a 5-star at 0 dupes. And I think that's a very fair way to balance it. But I do think the 5 stars should look way fucking cooler.
Yeah,
That's all I care about.
Can I just say, with the 4 stars versus 5 stars, what I personally liked about the 4 stars was their complexity to their kits, and it felt like their kits have a mini game inside of playing them. Whereas the 5 stars, they just deal more damage and are more face roll. It's like you're paying for convenience with 5 stars. And then the 4 stars are like the mini games in themselves. Like Danjin, the mini game of not dying because you're floating on 1% health is super fun. Sanhua, the mini game of you using her hold attack and the bar going across and you got to land it in the right zone, like that's a fun thing in itself. So they've added the fun stuff to the 4 stars whilst making the 5 stars strong, cool, and just way more convenient. Like any 5-star you're going around, you're clearing the world a lot easier than trying to use Danjin, because Danjin, you're hitting 5 enemies, one shoots a stray at you when you're at 1 HP and you're dead, and it's fucking annoying.
A lot of people don't also know too. Danjin has like 3 different combos in her basic attack kit with like her forte skill, and one of them puts like a debuff, the other one puts a like damage multiplier where you do more damage if you do that first. So like with the forte skill, that's what it's called, right? Forte skill. That's
Yeah.
So I think that's what makes the 4 stars so much fun, because like they're like in depth. If you actually look at their combos, is a lot harder than 5-star characters.
So a
And
very
she's very high, and she's very high skill ceiling too, because you have to actually get used to her
yeah,
getting
she's a
rid
good
of her
character if
her
you're good at
health
the game.
for
if you're bad at the
damage.
game, she's horrible.
I've that's something you really have to get used to, getting rid of your damage just for some health, or sorry, for some damage. Like, it's one of those things that I feel adds more depth to the characters in the game. I want to see them make more characters like that, because the difficulty difficulty getting used to some of these skills is what's going to make Wuthering Waves so much better.
So I've been told that Forte skills don't make an impact on the game whatsoever, and it doesn't feel like they add anything to it at all. Is what I was told.
That's so wrong.
So you want me to tell you who said that? Oh yeah, his name is Zadjeff. His name is Zadjeff77. He made that post on Twitter, and it got over 900 likes.
God, dude,
Twitch, are you telling me that
no,
Zadjeff77, a
no,
famous theory crafter, was wrong about this, or
Yes,
can you go into that?
Yes.
Fucking holy
Confidently,
shit.
I will say that.
Okay. All right. He told me that there were no different than talents in the game.
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you would say he's wrong.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, cool. Let's go to my next point here real quick.
That was bait. That was bait.
Okay, I want to do something fun, just a little bit of fun thing real quick. I would like to know, in y'all's opinion, we're going to go from bottom right to top left. I just want to know who you think the top 3, or better yet, let's do the number 1 most underrated or overlooked character in the game is right now. I'd like to start with you, Vulcan.
Jianjin. I love Jianjin. I'm going for her because I just think she has so many options, and maybe she does turn out not to be max DPS calculated potential. But I think for I'm gonna do like a boomer guide series where I go over if you're just more casual and you just want to fucking roll through the game without doing 8 switches per burst combo. I feel like she's gonna be great for the average player.
Okay, and why? Just because she's so easy to play?
Well, she's just got so much to her kit. The other thing that I think the spreadsheets are missing is the fact of her grouping. And her grouping, we have, the names in this game? What's the chick that we all start with? The grouping chick. Yang. I would say Ling Ling or Ying Ying.
Ling Ling's a racial slur. We don't want to say that.
Your kid, no.
No, okay, Ling Ling's a racial slur, Vulcan. You want to avoid that word.
Okay, so
hey, don't be angry at
me. Dude, I just, the names in this game are just so hard. There's 3 good ones. The rest I just can't stand. But, yeah, so with her grouping is so fantastic. The zone, but on top of that, you can get the healing, you can get the shielding. So also helping you from dying, which when you're more casual, you're not trying to min-max everything. That is also very helpful. Her downfall is that she spends so long on field channeling her ability to get her shield up. But if you're not worried about complete max DPS, then that's cool. But I also think there's things that we can test that maybe haven't been calculated, canceling that animation and still getting Concerto from it. So I feel like the reason I'm rerolling for her is because I think there is so many things to test with her, and I know someone's going to find out something crazy that'll make her good is kind of where I'm at. But she's also just safe to play and good for everyone, in my opinion.
Okay. Yo, Senior, who do you think the most underrated character is?
So it really depends on what your definition of underrated is. I think for a lot of casual players, I think people are going to be sleeping on just how much fun you're going to have with Alto. I think
agree.
Alto is going to be one of the most fun characters to play when you're just out in the field. He may not necessarily be meta or do the most damage, but just for basic content exploration and just overall having fun, I think the playstyle of Alto is just unfucking matched. And his animations are clean. He just looks so much fucking fun to play.
Yeah,
people are sleeping on
that was
Alto.
my character as well. I think Alto's super slept on.
I'm just mad they changed his animations in his ult. It used to be spirit gun,
yeah,
pistols, to his actual guns now.
Yeah.
Why, bro?
I don't think people are going to
before.
understand how spreadsheets can only show you kind of bubble DPS, which is this is how much damage this character can do if everything goes right. And with range DPS, I feel like their numbers are going to be a lot more consistent to that because they're just way easier to fucking play. There's going to be abilities that are going to have way more information to dodge for first-time clears. And I think range DPS characters are just going to be really good for a newer player because it's just going to provide a comfort of access to play when you're first getting into the game. That's really going to make the difference versus melee who are just getting their shit rocked because those moves are happening on you whereas range. I mean, I'll be real. I soloed Crownless with Chisha on my second time without even getting a hit because range is so much fucking easier. And I think Alto has the same buff, which I fucking love about that.
And I think that's... Go ahead, Vulcan.
I was just going to say the biggest thing with range is you got those little mini games around the place where you need a ranged character, and it's the most frustrating thing having to swap your team because they have no quality of life in that shit. It is so annoying. But Alto also, he has movement speed increase when he goes through the mist, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is huge for Overworld because you got to think, especially the first week, you're going to be farming so many echoes. Use him as a support to increase your movement around the world. I think it's going to be handy.
I got a question about Alto real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
Hold on. I have a question about Alto, either Shinya or Vulcan. do you know if he gets invulnerable as he's going through his
like
his little wind? When he turns into a
I have
little
no
bubble,
idea.
I don't know how to explain it. Like he goes and turns into like this little bubble thing. I don't know if he's invulnerable or something because
I don't believe he does.
He does. You don't think he does?
I don't think he does. No.
I don't think there's a single character in the game that has iframes. To be honest.
No, there's definitely characters that have it.
Yeah,
but
yeah, Jianjin
I
with
didn't
the
pay attention too
everything.
much to that in the CBT.
I asked because I experienced a bug during CBT2 where I wasn't getting hit whenever I was going through this, and me and another creator, Rihu, and I think Io was a part of the conversation too. We were trying to figure out if that was something that actually happened or if it was in his kid, or I was confused.
Also, yeah, Legions. I believe Jianjin has iframes.
Yeah, I didn't get to pull her because I got Verena 2 fucking times. So
yeah. All right, yo, Leroy, who's the most underrated character?
Oh, Verena.
Okay.
Oh,
let's go. Let's go for it, man. Let's talk about it.
Well, because no one wants Verena, so design wise, I mean, she got to be underrated, you know.
You know
so
what's
like,
crazy?
if no one's pulling for Verena because she's a bitch.
I agree with you, man. Ain't nobody want that bitch, bro. She looks ugly as fuck.
No one wants her, so she's the most underrated. You know what I'm saying? That makes her the most.
That's
underrated.
not true. Ruby wants her.
Oh, that's true.
That is
Ruby
true.
do want her.
Hey, you like Drake, Ruby?
Who?
They're
Right.
homies.
Anyways, Lex, are you pulling? Are you pulling?
I missed it. No, you cut out.
No, you're all
What
good.
happened?
You're all good. Yo, so Leroy, are you pulling Verena or no?
Fucking Leroy.
I'm choosing Verena for my 5-star as well.
You're choosing Verena?
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's
Dude,
not.
that's so
This is lies. You're lying
That's
on
so
the
bad.
internet. That's
He's
illegal.
fucking trolling.
Okay, that's wild. All right, yo, Legions, who's the most underrated character?
I'm just gonna agree with Vulcan. Jianshin. She has a shield and she can self heal, so she's kind of broken.
I get
for
that. Yo,
casual play.
EO, most underrated character.
Well, Vulcan and Chinya said mine, so my third will be Ling Yang. I think.
No, I want your number one. Who is your number one?
My number one is still Jianshin.
Okay,
but-
that's all good. Hey, Hax, who's your
Yeah.
number one underrated character?
I think you skipped Ruby.
Hey, I'm going whatever order I want to.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right. Hey, it's fine. It's cool. It's
That's
whatever.
very sweet.
I don't really know. I didn't get to play beta, and I'm not going to pretend to have knowledge that I don't have. I think the most underrated character is the one that you want to pick, but a bunch of guide makers told you isn't that good, so you should ignore them.
So, what is your problem with guide makers, Hax?
I don't have a problem with guide makers at all. I
What do
just
you have a
think
problem with
like
then?
I don't.
You've made a lot of videos saying these fucking
I have a problem with
spreadsheeters.
spreadsheeters, which is a very specific term for a very specific kind of person.
Okay, and so what is your issue with spreadsheeters?
I think that spreadsheeters tend, when someone is a spreadsheeter, it is only when they specifically are this way. Anybody who enjoys spreadsheeting but is not like this, they're called a cute cheater in my chat. Cute cheaters are accepted.
Okay.
But spreadsheeters tend to be very judgmental and not like it when other people play games in different ways than them. And it's like, well, why don't you just do it the most optimal way? And especially in a game like Wuthering Waves, sometimes the most optimal way to play is not fun. Like it could be the best way, the highest damage way, but it could be a way that is to play that is not very enjoyable to you specifically, because people like different kinds of characters and different kinds of playstyles.
I saw what you were doing, Legions.
What did I do?
That's all. It was just like I think that like if you want to play a character, you should. It's frustrating when it's like, well, why not just do it the bestest way ever, where the spreadsheet says it's really good, it's really cool.
Why don't you just use
Just use the best one. But it's like maybe I don't like the way the best character plays, and so I don't want to play that. And not every play style is good for everybody.
You could have done 1,001 damage instead of 1,000. So why didn't you dodge right
Yeah,
there,
you're missing out on 2 damage. Like, what are you doing?
Yo, what are we doing? What are we doing here, man? You missed all 3 damage.
Yeah, so
okay.
Am I crazy here? Like, are you misplaying the fuck right now?
Okay, yo, hey, Ruby. So sorry I skipped you earlier. Who do you think the number one most underrated character is?
I think. Wait, can it be a 4-star?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say Yuan Wu. The gray-haired dude, electric. He punches.
I don't.
Well, it's a blue hair.
He's so gross.
No, gray hair.
He
He's
actually
gray
got
hair.
buffed, I think, too.
Who?
I
He's the Discord moderator guy with the
old man.
Yeah,
with the
He had
fedora.
fedora tipping fuck.
Yeah.
Is Sid blue?
The
Am I
milady
nuts?
motherfucker.
You get him
Oh,
for free, by the way.
is he
from
blue?
Tower of
He's
Reverse.
blue. He's 100% blue.
Okay, that's
did
what I
say
thought. I was
purple?
saying blue for
Oh,
sure.
sorry. Oh, I might have said purple
No.
because he's like electric, so he punches and it comes out as purple.
Dude, no, I agree with you.
Holy
His
shit.
his defense
Okay.
scaling turret and that
Yeah.
fucking Giga Punch is so cool.
Yeah.
Holy
so,
shit!
like,
Someone in your chat said blue welt, and now I can't look at him the
Oh,
same.
you didn't see it
Yeah.
immediately?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
well.
It can't be well because he has facial hair though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
his-
true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
He also
he's
doesn't have a cane.
shorter, but then when
Please
he
don't
like
pop out.
uses his skills, he creates a shield, and I think that's like really like a temporary shield at least for a little bit. So I think he's underrated.
Yeah, no, I think we all agree. We want to see Hex Juice oiled up. All right, so,
Oh.
Kate, what do you...
I want to see Tectone oiled up. Yeah, give the 100
Oiled.
subs for Tectone oiled up right
Oiled
now.
up.
Or give them to me and then Tectone will still oil up for sure.
Yo, Kate, who do you think the number one most underrated unit is, Kate?
With
The number one most
Genshin.
underrated?
Yeah.
Like literally, I've not heard anyone talk about like the actual MC itself. Like no one's actually given much of an
That's
opinion on
true.
like
Oh,
how
That's
he
very
is.
He's really
true.
good.
MC's just
Because
safe.
like
Yeah.
yeah, because if you compare it to like in Honkai, like the MC was actually pretty viable like for a very long time. Like is that going to be the exact same like hair like compared to like Genshin's MC and like Honkai's and Wuthering Waves?
Yeah,
That's what I
so
want to know, to be
Genshin
honest.
MC was ass, and then it was ass, and then it was ass, and then it was really good, and then it was ass again. Because the Dendro MC was actually pretty decent, and then Trailblazer was ass, and then it became good with Fire, and then it fell
Right.
off, and now it's Harmony MC, and now it's like meta for Super Break. It's gonna be even better when Firefly comes out, who apparently is gonna break
Oh,
the
that
fucking
too.
game and gonna be the best
Yeah.
character in existence. And holy fuck,
Mm-hmm.
that character's gonna be fucking broken. Yeah, no, I think Rover's gonna be very underrated because a lot of people aren't gonna want to build them because they all have them, but we're gonna get them max duped for free, and I think they're gonna help
Hell yeah.
dramatically. I can't remember. Are they gonna have different stances in this game or no?
Yeah, so like they
Yep.
teased it in the last
Eventually.
trailer. He already has a Havoc
Yeah.
like path that got shown in the last trailer at the end.
Okay, what the fuck? You think they unlock that at the end of the story game or no?
Yeah, probably a 1.0 at the end, like we did with Kokolia and Star Rail.
Okay, that's fucking wild. That would be so sick.
That's cool.
Yeah, because it showed him fighting the female crownless, and he
Yeah.
had that new path with the Havoc.
Fuck. Yo, Kat, what about you? What's the most number one or underrated character?
First, I want to apologize because I thought you were talking to me a second ago.
Oh, you're all good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just
um,
Cade Caddick very similarly.
It doesn't, but that's what I heard for some reason. Yeah, so I think it's Genshin, simply because I've only heard people saying, well, she's too weak. We're not going to go for that one. We're going to go for Kalchara or something. So if we weren't going to go with what Vulcan and everyone else is pretty much saying, then I'd say Rover.
Okay.
I'm surprised no one said Tauki or Tauchi or whatever she is.
Who the
I thought you
fuck?
guys
like
Oh,
a
that's
tank,
the big
like a
boob chick,
dual
right?
Tauchi.
She's like,
Yeah, pink hair.
How has no one mentioned it?
She's underrated though. She's actually kind of broken.
Wait, what the
How
fuck
so?
are you talking about, Legions?
She gets a shield to put on your entire team. She's like the best.
This
free-to-play
is why you should have said
casual
she's
team.
underrated.
Wait, okay. I was under the impression that she was
So-
terrible.
I feel like
Who are we talking
underrated
about?
means a character is
Tauchi.
off.
Tauchi.
Tauki.
The big
Jugs,
broad blade
Jugs.
chick.
Yeah, that right there is already a big buff, right?
A boba.
Yeah.
Like her jiggle physics go
Boba.
crazy.
Wait, if you're telling me she's half decent, because I was going to build her anyways. Like, you're fucking kind of giving me new
casual
hope.
players, she gets a barrier that she can put on her entire team when you swap her out, and she can heal.
Okay.
And she has like
an.
she's like a counterattack thing as well.
Yeah, what's up, X?
She's good casual, but
Does-
like she sacrifices
Go ahead, X.
DPS.
Does her shield give you any like interrupt resistance or anything, or is it
Like
just like
flinching?
pure
Yes.
defense?
You
Yeah,
don't get
it
flinched,
does.
No. Yep.
Because like in Genshin, like Zhongli's shield, it'll you prevent from you getting knocked all over the place. It does that as well.
Wait, so
That's pretty
she's
nice.
legit Noelle, but with like huge fucking
she's
tits.
Noelle, but better.
Okay. Dude, she's so fucking hot, it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
her-
I
her-
love that character so much. Like, dude, Yinlin's dope. Like, Yinlin's great. But Tao Chi, something about her, bro.
She's mid. It's her tits. She's mid without her tits.
got
Sorry.
gigantic-
Okay, but here's the thing.
I
Why would she not have the boobs,
agree.
though? So who cares?
Yeah, true. She needs the boobs to carry the big sword.
Yeah.
It gives
Facts.
it's what the defense comes from. That's the
It's,
shield
that's
is
the
the
power.
boobs.
Counterweight. You need to counterweight the shield with the boobs, or else you'll fall over. It's like a tail for a cat.
I feel like that's such a bad take. She's like, oh, she's only hot because she has boobs. Yeah. Okay. Well, like, or what is your point? Like, that's the whole reason. Like, I don't understand.
Well,
But what about her
you're like-
personality?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're going
Right.
crazy.
Two
Fuck
big
cares about that?
personalities.
I mean, just
Physics makes sense on her because she needs the counterweight when the broad blade's on her back.
Yeah,
I
so
agree.
balance-
Yeah.
yeah, she'll
Uh-huh.
roll over.
Balances.
True.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, because I get you upset me, man. Because like that's my girl right there, bro. Okay, because I'm building
nah.
top
I stand by that. I stand by that. Just because you have big boobs doesn't make you a good or interesting character.
Yes, it does.
Hey,
okay.
Tauchi mains, hold on
Okay,
to Tauchi
then name me
tightly.
a single character with huge tits that isn't interesting.
Tauki.
Okay, you're wrong. Name me another one then. Name me another one. You're wrong. You're straight up wrong. Tauchi's awesome. Name me one. You see how you're not saying anything immediately?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
any names
don't
off the top
know
of my
because
head.
you're wrong.
exist.
I don't know any
exist.
women off the top of my head.
Yeah, I
I'm sorry.
know. That's
They don't
right.
exist.
Sit down,
Name
little
a
pup.
woman.
All right, next up, we're going to go into a real controversial one here. I would like to know if you guys are ready for today's first mini game. If you look underneath your seat, we're all going to have little buns, and we're
I
going
thought
to
you
eat
were gonna say
them.
bomb.
And you're going to just go ahead and sit underneath your
Wasabi.
seat. They're underneath your seat. One of them's going to have wasabi, okay? So we're going to put them into our mouths, and we're going to see who has the wasabi, guys. We're going to watch it. We're going to do this for the next hour and a half, guys. This is going to be awesome.
VTubers have the craziest buff known to man right now. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. All right, oh man, so funny. All right, we're gonna talk about WuWa's marketing team.
I think I got the wasabi.
I think we could all agree, and I genuinely want to know if you disagree. I think WuWa's developer live stream was unironically the worst live stream I have ever seen that was supposed to be advertising a game. I want to go further. They
I had a
over
really fun time
200
personally.
I had a fun time as
Hold
well.
up, let me explain. They had
Okay,
over
okay.
200,000 live viewers, and they spent 53 minutes out of an hour and 5 playing mini games. When you have a game that's going to launch, this was not called the watch party or the launch party. This was called the developer live stream. Okay? We saw 3 fucking trailers. They wasted almost an hour of advertising across over 200,000 live viewers equate to players. Players are customers, and they wasted that shit on mini games. What the fuck were they thinking? I don't care if you had fun. I don't care. I want to know, do you think that was a good use of time and space to develop their game?
No.
And I want to go with you,
No.
Ruby. Do you think it was a good decision?
Okay,
Okay,
so oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Ruby. No, go ahead.
Oh, no. I'll go with whoever Tectone says first. So yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. So I stream dev streams for various games on my channel.
Yeah.
This was the worst one only for the fact that the two China and Japan had live streams earlier that day exposing nothing but game information. Like it didn't feel like a waste of time in either one of those streams. When we come to the global one, the one with the most eyes, that's when you want we want hours of mini games and stuff. I honestly feel like the entire time you should have been talking about the game. Yeah, you can have one mini game if you need mini games in it, but I think the game should have been talked about, maximized on that, and even talked about what was coming in version 1.1 to show off what you had cooking. Because let's just be honest, we've seen majority of the content that's coming in version 1.0, and a lot of people are excited for these new characters that you just drip marketed. Yeah, that trailer was fire, seeing all the new characters that you showed off, but it would have been cool to just elaborate on some of the characters. You didn't have to show their kits or anything. Just show off some of the stuff that's going to be happening in the game. The game matters the most. You are advertising a product. The product needs to be showcased to as many people as possible with the most eyes, and they didn't maximize on that opportunity.
I think mini games are fine if they were mini games in the fucking game. Like what they did at the end where they swapped teams and they fought the bosses for hologram was great. But like I don't think anybody thought, "Oh, I want to go watch these 4 people who I don't fucking know eat wasabi paste." That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. That segment was 17 minutes, by the way.
Definitely. I don't think it was the best reveal live stream because that could have been like another one for fun.
Sure.
But my stance on this one was that like I think they wanted to solidify their core audience. So I think they're aiming for their core audience to be CN and Cs and then NA second, like Western second. Because I feel like, because I think the last Wuthering Waves podcast that you had, Tectone, there was talk that with CBT 1, people were really upset in the Chinese community. And so they changed a lot for CBT 2. So in my mind, I was like, that's why they made the CN development live stream really, really, really good. And then they kind of put the EN one on the side.
So
I
do you think that's?
I was
I
like,
honestly
it's almost
feel
like
like that's a huge mistake, and that's a mistake that's commonly made for every single one of these games that comes out, because the NA side always gets the short end of the stick for these games. And if they would have just maximized on that on showing, hey, we're going to show you as much content as we possibly can. Yeah, that you might be right about them, trying to promote the game and CN the most. Maybe even Japan second. But with all the marketing they're doing, like this was a massive opportunity for them.
Yeah,
right?
So definitely, I agree. They should have put more time into the NA one, but they focus on the CN one for sure.
I just don't understand why they didn't just translate the CN. I would like also, and Legion, I'll get you. I will also say the community reps themselves has said that they've heard the feedback for the live stream, and they're not doing anything like that again.
Look, WW for like calling it out right at the beginning. I think that was good that they were.
Because
they did that within an hour. Like they did that.
They went ahead and addressed it.
Yes.
But and the thing is, I know that if the NA doesn't get dev streams, we don't get dev streams for these games. Think about how many times we've gotten dev streams for these games. In China, we see a dev stream for almost every other patch for most games, unless they're just not making that much money. Then you'll see them for anniversaries only. If we got that same kind of treatment where we were seeing and Genshin, Star Rail, they advertise their game all the time. This was something that I felt needs to be changed. If Wuthering Waves can change that and show that we can have dev streams showing us the new content constantly, more often, it only excites players. Oh, I can't wait for that new content that's coming out next week. That new character they just showed off. I can't wait to get that new character. It's just bad that we don't get the dev streams too.
And here's the other thing. If people want to deny that constructive criticism is good for the game, if they want to imply that it's bad like they do for Hoyoverse, they can eat a fucking dick, because this was the community all united. They said, hey, we did not like this shit. This is a waste of your fucking marketing. And they fixed it immediately, which I think is a direct indicator of if you are not using your voice as a content creator, you're not doing justice to what you should be doing. I think it's put out a tweet, but let at least talk about it on a Twitch stream. If something fucking sucks, just say that it fucking sucks. For the love of God, we gotta be united on this one, because clearly we have a company that is listening to feedback, and that's what makes me the most excited about this game. I want to go back to you, Ruby, because do you still think what are your final thoughts on the thing? Because you did say it was fun.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I did not stay up to watch the CN live stream.
Yeah.
So immediately I had no impression, or like I didn't really know what to expect. So I had fun because it was my first time seeing Rexland. We saw a cosplayer, seeing a voice actor, and another streamer. So I mean I enjoyed it. But then after, when I went back and I realized the scale things that the CN had the devs on, the staff, they showed gameplay, then I kind of realized like, oh. Like, I was having fun, but then I didn't realize that it was like literally the first stream. It should have been a dev stream. So it's kind of like, that's I guess that's my thought.
Lisa, what were you gonna say?
So this is probably gonna be a hot take.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't want to like shit on anyone on a live stream.
I hope you do.
I think, in my opinion, if you're gonna do a live stream like that, casual audience don't give a fuck about content creators being on that.
Absolutely.
I think they should have had the devs on there and voice actors, maybe like they do with Star Rail, talk about what they changed CBD to, talk about what's coming in the future, like a roadmap, showcase more stuff that you talked about that you didn't even show, like the new game mode, which is supposed to be like Warzone PGR, but you just talked about, didn't show it. You could have showed a little bit of that.
They
didn't
just
show any
told
of
us
that
about
stuff.
it, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing until you
this
said
is
it.
coming. All right, now let's go eat freaking, wasabi buns. And I think that live stream was better serviced as like, it felt like an anniversary live stream, like where they're celebrating a year of launch and they're like, doing mini games and stuff like that. No one really gives a fuck about any of that. And when you have content creators on there on something that is like very scripted, I'm just gonna be honest, they all felt awkward and stale as fuck, because they completely removed their personality from the
I felt the same way.
Why felt like robots? It was awkward as fuck to watch.
Yeah, it legitimately.
They're like
another.
yeah.
Sorry, Leroy. Leroy.
Oh, I mentioned
Leroy.
Leroy, my bad, bro.
There were moments where Hex and I called out while we were watching it. It was like you could like legit tell they were reading a script because they would look up.
Yeah, the reading, you could see their eyes. It was so awkward.
I'll say that the cosplayer saved that live. It was the only saving grace.
I agree.
True.
Yeah, I agree.
Rexlent
I want to see
cosplay?
Rexlent
No,
Yang
no,
Yang
not
oiled
that
up.
one. Bleach my eyes after I saw
Oiled
that.
up.
No, that's so good.
I'm gonna just say this: like, you had Rexlent there, and you didn't maximize on the opportunity to show quality, high skilled gameplay.
Well,
Even when they
I'm gonna
showed
keep
the
it a buck,
gameplay,
man.
they
He
showed
played the game and
overpowered.
he looked like he sucked ass.
Yeah.
To be honest, like what the fuck?
They were messing with him, to be fair.
I think the whole thing. To be fair, I think the whole thing was scripted, but it even the combat sections. But the thing is, they had an opportunity to show what could be with the combat. And yeah, we've seen the combat. We've been seeing the betas and everything. But that's a high skilled player, right? Why the hell didn't we show off some high skilled gameplay?
I agree.
Also, when they showed the gameplay, they were so over leveled that they couldn't even show any mechanics in any of those fights. They were just like spamming the bosses, taking damage, not even parrying, not doing nothing. That was such like a bad showcase of what like a first time viewer of that game trying to get hype for it, of like, oh, this combat looks horrible, because like they didn't showcase anything. They just over leveled the characters and just face rolled it.
I think I disagree. I think from a casual perspective who's coming in with no information, I actually still think it looked quite good with the flashiness of the gameplay, and they made it look a little bit easier than it is, which will also incite players to think that they can do it too, with also having a person die on the boss.
Yeah,
That's
that's a fair
That's
perspective.
fair.
That's a good
Not
point.
everyone can like
that
dodge a
counts as
parry.
face roll.
Yeah, because like
So-
if people say, "Oh, I got to do all this shit," it's gonna overwhelm a little bit. Because like, let's
Yeah,
be real,
because
I mean,
there were a lot
Geometry
of
Dash
people
looks cool until you realize all the shit you got to do on like level like fucking.
Yeah, because
Well, that's what they had
complaining that the game was too hard. So
there's also the other content creators there, right? They could show the ease of the gameplay. You show us like Javian fighting a boss. I don't know how good he is at the game, right? But you can just show him playing the game and just killing one of the easier bosses, and then you show what Rexlent can do, and then you see both ends of the spectrum.
True.
Like there's opportunities for all of this stuff here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I joke about like it's not a joke. I really am ass at games, but I like the skill. I've actually wanted to talk to you about something, Tectone, about something I found that you saw, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
There's an opportunity for people like me who are bad at these games, but have fun playing the harder stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to say, you said people like me. That reminded me of something that I saw people typing in the community for the chat. And I was being told that live stream, brothers, guys, buckle up. Here we go. Big take coming here. That live stream, live stream was racist because they were picking on Havian and making him get why they make the black man get the least amount of stickers? Why are they holding him back? What the
Why
fuck?
was I getting shit about that on Twitter, dude?
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Javian made that suggestion. I've talked to him about it. That was his suggestion.
Yeah, but regardless, the fact that people even thought that was racist insane.
It's stupid, but the thing is, it was his suggestion, so it's even more stupid.
Yep.
I made a joke under a WuWa post after it, and I was like, "Justice for Javian," because it was obviously scripted. That was what I was just because I was saying the games were rigged because it was obviously scripted, and somebody was like, "Don't bring that race bullshit here," blah blah, and I'm like, "Yo, you made it about race." I didn't even say nothing.
See the chat? They had like no fucking chat moderation. They were spamming
they were spamming
the
yes, dude, in multiple languages.
Wait, they were spamming the N-word in chat?
Yes, in multiple languages. It was crazy.
Was on the stream, they were fucking spamming that shit.
mods. It was
crazy. Insane. We were watching the chat the whole time. It was so bad.
The only thing that I saw was "Hail Tectone, hail Tectone."
Yeah, you saw that.
Which, to be honest, is kind of worse than saying a slur. To be honest,
it is worse. worse.
saying.
If your chat didn't do that, you would have saw the slurs way worse. So you kind
It
of
was
saved that live
so
stream, bro.
bad.
You're welcome. I mean, what can I say? By the way, I would like to say I've been working with the community managers a little bit for this game. They're doing a great job, by the way. A little bit of hearts in chat for them. They've been an absolute peach with assisting people from my end. But yeah, okay. So I think we can all agree, or at least somewhat agree, everybody, that the live stream was a fucking joke.
It legitimately felt like they hired a third-party marketing firm who knew nothing about video games to run the event.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I would
You
have
give
ended
them a lot of
stream if
credit.
I was not with LaRoe. If it wasn't me and LaRoe, I would have just ended and gone to sleep. I was so like it was so bad.
Classic
I
Leroy.
think it felt more like it was Chat GP script.
Oh, yeah,
That's what it felt
probably.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But they also
completely
completely alienated like EU people though. Like that
Yep.
shit was at like 3, 4, 5 a.m. and that's like so many people. Like most EU people need EN live streams, and it was just completely like inaccessible for them.
Yep.
So it was an L.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might have,
I wanna go to the
even
next
been
part.
better if they just. It might have even been one a little bit better if they just had one live stream at one time.
And subtitled
and-
that shit.
Yeah,
that's what they
I
should
would
do.
have preferred that.
Literally.
So we're gonna go to the next point here real quick. Before we continue dunking on them, I do want to talk about this. Will be for everybody. Are you going free to play or are you going to spend? I'll go first. Obviously, what you guys think of what you guys are gonna do. I'm going 100% free to play until there's a character that I want that I can't get while being free to play. That's just how it goes. I think I might eventually get the pass and the battle pass, but I'm going to attempt to be free to play as long as possible. Here's the reason why that is. There's a lot of people on the internet right now who are tending to guilt people for being free to play in Kuro games and Wuthering Waves because they say, oh, you spent money on Genshin, why are you free to play in Wuthering Waves? Here's why. Free to play as a content creator is the best way in order to advertise to an audience that you can play this shit to for absolutely $0. Nobody wants to play a game and think there's a massive money gate that you have to spend in order to access the game at a comfortable level. So I like displaying it because I'm playing this as a streamer, a player, but most importantly, as a content creator, to make content that allows people to see how the game is played when they spend $0, which I think is the most relatable gameplay that you can do. And I think that's important. I feel like these days content comes second to relatability, and I think it's a lot of fun. It makes the game a lot harder, and it makes content last way longer and lets me stall for years. Summon sessions for me don't really do anything for me when I just think, oh, well, they'll just spend another $100 and they'll just get it. Right? I like summon sessions where this streamer might not get it because they don't have any gems and they can't spend. I think it's very cool. But that's just me. Vulcan, are you spending or are you free to play?
No, I'm always free to play. But I think with what you're saying is it depends on the kind of creator you are. If you're a guide maker and you're not paying to get every character, like just the base copy, then you're missing out on content. But
I agree.
In general, yeah, like I've spoken about this. I got the worst debuff as a creator like that because if I spend on an account, I quit it the next day. I just can't do it. I like knowing my restrictions and trying to min-max to the restrictions that are set. Because once you start spending, then it's like, oh, wait, I can just bypass that restriction. And so then it's like, what are we actually doing here? There is no spoon. We're in the
It's like an
Matrix.
added difficulty for yourself.
Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. And then the big thing that I always explain to people is when I used to spend, because I had everyone has their arc where they spend too much in a game and then they realize fuck that. Like mine was Summoner's War where I spent like $4,000 and didn't get a 5-star. But the thing with it is when you summon as free to play, if you get something, it's exciting. When you're spending to get it, it's a relief. It's a complete different dynamic and feels so different in my opinion. And that's why I can never play as a paid player. Yeah, if I want to spend in a game, I pay someone else for their account, and then I use their account for content because I can't play it.
I'll be real. When I pulled Kafka, it felt like the same pleasure level as like orgasming. Like that was one of the best moments of my
You
entire
did
life.
jerk it.
I was
on
gonna say
stream,
you were fucking. I thought you had your dick in something. I didn't know what was
Yeah,
going on.
no, I mean I had my dick out. I was cranking that shit. I
Bro was
blew my
doing the
full
Afro
load. I was
challenge
whole
on
ass naked on my goddamn stream. That shit was wild, bro. Like, good God, what a fucking erotic feeling. Anyways, yo, shit, you're free to play. Or you spending?
I am definitely going to spend. I'm going to be a dolphin, but I'm not going to be an outright whale.
Can I recommend something to you?
Go ahead.
I really think you should not get any 5-star character above C0.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, great.
I just want the characters. I mean, the issue is if it happens, I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself from activating that resonance chain. If I actually pull them, I will probably
if it
do
happens, it happens. But I feel like
yeah.
the game and the relatability and the showcasing is going to become so fucking unrelatable. Like, Mr. Pokey's a great example of an unrelatable streamer with the worst takes I've ever heard on the entire internet. And, you know, I'll be real. The more I talk to EO, the more I think his takes are fucking great. I retract my previous statement. I think Pokey has the worst takes on the internet. I mean, bro recommends you to build 179
Leveled
speed
up on
SR.
stream.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I mean, like
Let's
E2
go.
Dill, like fucking E6 Acheron. Why the fuck am I watching this jokester, bro? Like, get the fuck. This dude needs to end his subathon. Secondly, because I miss my friend. But people who showcase these characters at E6, it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, the issue is, it's like the same thing when you use gems to accelerate your time within a gacha game like Cookie Run Kingdom. You are paying for less content to do in the game by spending money. Why would you want to do that? Why would you not just try to get as much as you possibly can out of the game instead of trying to play the game less by spending more money? That doesn't make any sense to me.
True, I agree.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, ultimately at the end of the day, though, I do want to support Kuro, so I will be, I'll get the battle pass, I'll buy, pack here and there. I think that's a very healthy take as long as you're not, completely wailing and just ruining the game for yourself.
Yeah, and also, guys, these are gacha games. I know we love Kuro games, but just gotta understand these are gacha games. These are predatory games. Be very careful with your spending. Do not risk harming your actual personal life in pursuit of getting an anime character. Okay? Understand that you're not investing your money the moment you spend. You are wasting your money the moment you fucking spend. So please be careful with your fucking money. Okay? I have destroyed
spend
my
responsibly.
life. One of the reasons why I blew up as a content creator is because people know I have previously destroyed my life due to gacha games. I went homeless due to gacha games, guys. They are very predatory. They're very addictive. Be very careful and just watch your spending.
With that being said, though, you are only 110 pull away from getting that potential 5-star. 100% of people quit
right before they hit that big,
exactly.
Big
Let's
win.
go.
Just keep pulling.
Yep.
And don't forget, Tectone did show with Robin that you can actually date the characters. So
that's true.
Yeah, they will love you back in real life.
And
Yinlin will come
might
home.
be demonstrating later this stream that you can also date Yinlin in real life, but we'll see.
What?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll see. We might have Yinlin coming on stream later.
My.
Yo, Ruby, are you free to play or are you spending?
I'm gonna start free to play because they gave us a lot of like polls for just like the launch, and then I'll probably swipe.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
When you say swipe, how much?
Oh,
Easy,
I mean, the wallet is unlimited, you know.
Are you gonna E6 that
Unlimited wallet works. Let's fucking go.
I probably won't
wallet
E6.
works.
I'd never intentionally like C6 the character.
Okay,
Let's
what do you mean you
chat
never
fund it.
intentionally max a character?
So like I have like a C6 Chi-Chi, you know, but that wasn't my intention.
Oh yeah, of course. Because you played the game for so long.
No, I swiped a lot. So like if I lose 50-50s, then like, you know, I'll end up with the C6 on the standard, but I've never intentionally swiped for a C6 character, like limited.
Okay, fuck yeah, good. Yo, Laurel, free to play or pay?
I'm here to be free to play so that I can make it look easy. I'm gonna look pay to win. So
yeah, you think
but
so?
I'm also going no healer. Oh, I know so.
We're doing no healer.
I know
Let's
for a
go.
fact, and I'm gonna go no healer, and I'm gonna bitch everybody, bro. It's
Are
gonna
me
be
and
great.
Laurel the only ones doing that?
Yep.
You're going
We're gonna-
no healer the
I'm gonna
whole
make
game.
sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure
I
to
did it
go
in the
into
beta.
everyone's chat when I beat a boss and wait for them to beat it and spam not legit, use the healer Lamau.
So what
Okay.
do you
It's
get
gonna
a
be
punishment if you end up ever having to use a healer? Like
Just kill
I feel like there
yourself.
should be
I mean,
one.
yeah, I guess
just
I could kill
just
myself. I
quit
mean, I
streaming.
guess.
So
Yeah.
so
Can
here's
I just
the
Delete your
make one
Twitch account.
suggestion? Just one suggestion.
Yeah, what's up?
You go, Tech. I was just going to say, don't do Danjin solo without healer. I did that through beta. I basically just did Danjin the whole game, and holy shit, the amount of times you have to go respawn is ridiculous.
I did that for a couple of the hologram fights. It was so fucking fun.
Or buy a ton of the revived food. That's like the other thing.
There's just no way that I'm gonna not use Tao Chi and Bai Z though. There's just no way. They're too fucking hot.
Well, so I could put them on my team and I'll look at them for emotional support, but I won't use them
Ever.
Never
so
click swap.
ever. I might use them to like auto attack to finish off a boss for memes that I completely bitched, but you know.
Okay, so what happens if someone sees you heal?
They can link me my YouTube video that I made about being free to play.
Oh, okay.
And then what should I wait? Eat wasabi and play a minigame?
Yeah, eat a wasabi bud. Eat a wasabi bud.
Wasabi.
Laurel, when you say you won't use healers, will you use healing items?
healing items.
Yeah, do
I
those
feel like
count or
that's
not?
fair.
What is this? A Pokemon
Nah,
Nuzlocke? What
it's
is
big
this?
shit, man. It's
I
big
don't
shit.
know.
No
It's
items.
teleporting.
Come on.
Probably not, but
Okay, I was just saying, if you use healing items, you're basically using
because
a
can't you
healer.
just get like you can get like 1,000,000 healing items, right? Like you can just
Yeah.
keep healing.
They do have cooldowns, though, if I'm not mistaken. So
Okay,
you can't
I
just
hope
spam
yeah,
so.
no,
heal.
I'm good.
Yeah, you
But
can't
I'm
just spam heals.
Yeah, but I'm going max difficulty.
Okay.
Ain't
What
gonna
about
be
you,
easy.
Legends?
If I wasn't a content creator, I'd be free to play because I think it'd be more fun. So I'm gonna do
Sure.
2 accounts.
Sure.
I'm gonna be focusing on guides really heavily, especially for the standard characters. So I'm probably gonna go ham day one. Probably spend like $1,000 and try to get all the standard characters at least once.
Holy fuck, that is.
Yo, spot me 500.
I got you.
Okay, what about you, yo?
My
Free to play or
goodness.
pay to win?
I was gonna do what Allegiance is doing, 2 accounts, and then I realized how time consuming that was.
That's
so I'm not gonna
insane.
do that.
Just
Yeah,
hire somebody to play your fucking free to play account for you.
Nah, see, but then I already have that for Starro, so it's like at that point it's just too much.
Just have them do both.
Oh fuck. So I'm going to have 1 account and I will be free to play unless I lose my 50-50 or rather the beginner banner, the novice banner. If I get Verena, I'm spending money. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So there's number 1, and then number 2, if for whatever reason I really want Gian, then I'll spend. But I'm trying to stick it out for like Caltro and Yinlin.
Okay. What about you, Hex?
It depends on how the rewards continue on going forward. I don't plan on getting like every single character, but I think I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where it's like if there's a character that I really want, I will spend to get that character if I can't get it with what I got for free. But I'm not going to do constellations. I'm not, or dupes, whatever they're called. I'm not going to go crazy whaling or anything. I'll get, base constellations or whatever dupes you can get from the shop thing.
What about you, Kate?
Oh god, I'm one of those people that, like, if I spend $50, I'm going to spend 100. So
don't.
I'm running, I'm running free to play.
Good.
But like, I'm always under the philosophy though that like when reruns come around, if there's a character that I really, really wanted, right? Like I missed out and I was like, damn, I should have fucking got it at the time. Then I'd consider it. Because I think at that point, why not? Like you've waited enough time, you thought about it, sure.
I agree.
But apart from that, I'd probably just go free to play until the reruns.
You other way, what were you gonna say?
Coke shaky.
Oh.
Coke shake.
Okay,
Coke
great.
Shaky.
Yo, Chaotic, what about you, man? Free to play or are you gonna spend?
I'm gonna spend a little bit. I'm gonna get the battle pass because it feels like the materials that you have to farm for are going to be very, very, very limited, based off of the previous betas. So I'm probably gonna go for the battle pass. If they have like a daily pass, I'll probably go for that. But in terms of like spending heavily on characters, I'm not gonna do that.
Good. I'm glad. I'm gonna do one final question, and then by the way, if you need to leave, you're more than welcome to do so. We're gonna do final question. And then there's a lot of things I did want to ask, but we're already hitting the 2-hour mark. I don't want to keep y'all because I know y'all have streams to do and all that shit. And by the way,
Been 2 hours?
almost, yeah. Appreciate y'all's time, by the way. It's actually been way more than 2 hours, including the initial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been really fun.
Hey, yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I appreciate all y'all being here. It's been fucking great. Shout out all the channels. Go follow them. They're all going to be live on Twitch today or YouTube. Go check out their channels. It's going to be fucking great. I do. Fuck, man, there's so much more shit I want to ask. We're going to be doing another Gotcha cast later, so if you guys want to come on again, just fucking DM me. I do want to ask, do you think Wuthering Waves will maintain its success? If yes, how long? If no, how long? Start with Chaotic.
I think this is going to be a game that thrives, and there's reasons for this. There's like layers to how deprived people have been because of poor decisions that have been made by Hoyoverse in terms of Genshin Impact. The one thing that I think Kuro thrives off of is improvement. While I do think that the game is going to be really good at launch, I think there will be a dip, and then there will be over time, more players will start to see how many improvements Kuro has made to the game. Case in point, Punishing Grey Raven. If you look at version 1.1.0 all the way till now, 2 completely different games, 2 completely different play styles. They just play very differently. The potential of this game a year from now is so high. So I think this is going to be a game that will be here for a very long time, if not for years and years and years to come. It just depends on the decisions that they make from this point on. They have everyone's eyes are on this game. We already had one game disappoint us and lack in game.
Yep.
So now this one can fill the gap for both the casuals and the hardcore audience. It depends on the choices that they make.
Cool. I'm going to pull up my paint on my stream here real quick because I need to illustrate this. Sorry if you guys can't see this. I'll be one quick second to make this easier. My chat really likes pictures. Chat, this is how the game success is going to be. It's going to start here. It's going to launch. We're going to go up here. 1 to 2 weeks after launch, we're going to be back down here. We're going to lower a little bit to 1.1. We're going to spike a little bit. And then slowly over time, we're going to see a graph like this. I actually 1,000,000% agree with Chaotic. This is going to be a game that's really going to pop off week 1. It's going to fall off dramatically. And then patch by patch is going to get a little bit more relevant and a little bit more relevant and a little bit more relevant. And I think in about a year's time, around 2.0, it will have the same maintained success as games like Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. From my current beliefs.
Hey, go look at the trends right now while you're at it.
Oh, I already
Yeah,
did. I already did. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, the trend that is currently happening, I have predicted 3 months ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. It is going exactly the way that I have told everybody to do this.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody in this call has heard me at a point to tell them, guys, you need to play Wuthering Waves. This game is going to be fucking huge. It's it's being slept on tremendously. But yeah, I have been forcing people to play this fucking game. I've been forcing people to make channels for the fucking game because I know this game's going to be fucking great, and I know that we can support it as content creators as well as being able to shape the community around it to not be a
Did we
miserable
lose
fucking
Vulcan?
place.
No, he's right.
Oh,
Here.
He was so still. Yeah, right. He was so still.
I'm prepping. Like, I got a video to make before release, so I'm like prepping that on the side while we're here. So apologies.
That's like what I'm doing too.
All right, yo, Kate, you think the game's gonna be successful or no?
Successful, honestly, if the product is good, then it will kind of sell itself, right? But there's another like aspect to this. A lot of it comes down to the community and the people spreading the word, right? Like, think of all the people that are watching like everything right now, like 20,000 people. Like, we need people to be talking about the game. Like, people need to be getting out there and like spreading the word themselves, and that will help like tremendously, to be honest.
Yeah, I will say I know it is great to think that if the game is good, it'll sell itself, and that does work in some scenarios.
People will talk about it. If it's good, people will talk about it.
I agree, but Punishing Gray Raven is a great fucking game, and nobody fucking plays it because the marketing team is so ass. I do think Wuthering Waves' marketing team has been a lot better. They're fucking killing it right now, but I still am very disappointed with the developer live stream. But I do think it needs to be a mixture of good game, loyalty to community, as well as marketing team going fucking all out. They need to be pushing ads every single time there's a new character. Hex, what do you think about the long-term success of Wuthering Waves?
I think as long as they continue to see themselves as like the Genshin competitor and improve based upon that, I think it's going to be really, really good. I also think there is a reality that the kind of like Genshin could never thing, that kind of like us versus them thing, will be a benefit to the game long term, as long as Genshin could never compared to Kuro.
I agree.
You know? And so that like that us versus them thing will help the game immensely if they sort of keep up with that promise, which isn't something they've marketed specifically, but it is a good thing for them to utilize essentially.
Yeah, I 1,000,000% agree. A lot of people like to say that calling this game the Genshin killer or comparing it to Genshin is a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing because you are latching your name onto the most successful gacha game of all fucking time. And every single time that game is brought up, your name is also being brought up with them. That's why it's very good to be matched up with larger content creators or larger games or even larger industries, because that puts you in the same sentence as them. And it's fucking enormous. People who are fighting against the Genshin could never, and people who are fighting against the Genshin killer are just fucking dumb. I understand that the game is 1,000,000% not a Genshin killer. I get that, right? But it is going to bring players from that game over to this game, and it's going to hurt them. It is the Genshin herder, 1,000,000%. The only thing that's going to kill Genshin is fucking Hoyoverse, but Wuthering Waves is 1,000,000% hurting them, and you cannot deny that. From a casual standpoint and a hardcore standpoint, there are going to be people who want to do Pokemon collecting, and there are going to be people who want more complex combat, and you cannot deny the success of Wuthering Waves.
All you got to do is prove that God can bleed. That's it.
Hey, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Damn.
I
Hell
like
yeah.
that. That was nice.
I think that's
nice.
Yep.
That's a good
Senior
one.
base.
That was good.
Yeah, I
saw
call
the
it
hill
Even
sled
on,
activity
fucking
he was
Google
in.
Trends, they are like almost tripling the, they're like three times over Genshin right now.
It's going to get bigger on launch day.
Oh, yeah.
So that number's still going to go up. And then a week to 2 weeks after, it's going to completely regress. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes. EO, what's your thoughts on long-term success of Wuthering Waves?
I think it's going to be similar to what Chaotic said. right? Ups and downs. But I think overall, it really depends on Kuro, even outside of just how the community is with what we have going on, whether or not we like the game, whether or not we spend on the game, things like that. I think it's going to come down to Kuro's communication, not only with the community, but with the creators. I think something that, even though like Hoyo has their whole like blacklist stuff and whatnot, they still have done some decent with putting people on the map, or at least taking them from, you know, point A to point B in terms of like livelihood and finances and whatnot, and then just overall giving them a little bit more of clout, if you will. I think Hoyoverse does a decent job with creators, i.e. favoritism to a certain extent, but I think Kuro needs to do the same thing, not to the extent that Hoyo does it, but I think they need to be able to, how they had Rexlin out there at the what was this thing, the live stream and whatnot. They need to be able to do that for more of their creators. Hey, we see this creator is, you know, also doing really good guides, or this creator like Rivenus does all the numbers and whatnot. Like, oh yeah, he knows numbers. Let's bring him on and have him talk about what he thinks about X, Y, and Z, or, you know, let's send him a care package just to show that we acknowledge him and, you know, we care, things like that. Because that type of stuff goes a long way, and it makes your creators, I don't want to use the term loyal, but it makes them feel like they've been acknowledged. Like, hey, Kuro is looking at me. They understand that I'm here. And that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable continuing to put out content for this game.
Yeah, I agree. Yo, Leeds, what do you think?
I think long term, this game is going to see a lot of success because if you look at PGR, for example, just from like collabing standpoint, they've had Blackrock Shooter anime as a collab with characters. They've had Nier Automata, which is like a massive game. 2B's asses.
Wait, they had Nier Automata with PGR?
Yep, they had Nier Automata, and they did a full-on event with like story and everything. The characters in there, and I think like Nier fits the Wuthering Waves world so much, so they probably will do it again.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and just like skin capability too, like PGR. If you look at PGR too, like skins, they do summer skins, Christmas skins, fall, like they do it all. So they have
so
like
good.
I think there's like 6 or 7 skins for some characters. Like there's a lot of them.
And
I think like going forward, like events and combat stuff, which a lot of people are in the game for combat. PGR has added so many end game modes for combat where there's even like leaderboards. So if you, it's not like crazy rewards. Everyone gets like the same thing, but if you're in like the top 100, yeah, then you'll get like extra stuff like mats, credits, stuff like that, and just like a small incentive to make like the hardcore players want to keep grinding the game. And that's where I think Genshin is going to lose some of its players, the people that are begging for endgame and want something to do besides picking mint all the time and just waiting 6 weeks for the next update. Like Wuthering Waves, you can just grind the game as much as you want if you want to. You can just, we were just talking about in Discord last night about like just endlessly farming bosses in Discord. Like, you know.
Wait, you were talking in Discord, you didn't invite me? What's going on?
You went to sleep and you went to go crank your shit and went to sleep, remember?
Oh yeah, sure, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What about you,
I think yeah, it's gonna be very
Legions was pretty much using the same point that I was gonna say with the PGR. Like whenever I want to play a game and I've done all my like Conquest Hour game like dailies, PGR is the game that I'll always play because it's just a good standalone game. So I mean, just the combat for that I think is gonna help a lot with the longevity of the game because like that's, if you're gonna play the game better be fun.
I agree. So, or at least because Honkai Star Rail is very different, where the game is fun in short bursts, and then I get to stop and not play it. I am 1,000,000% full disclosure. I don't plan on playing Wuthering Waves every fucking day. I plan on playing it every day for the first 2-3 weeks, but I'm hoping to crush all of the fucking content and then get it to where I only have to play like maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day, do my daily check-ins, and then come back with new content gets released once I've beaten everything. Because I don't want a game that I have to play all the time. I would like a game that I can play all the time if I want to, but I don't want to feel like I'm missing out unless I'm playing 24/7. That sounds fucking.
You don't want the daily routine to be an hour. Fuck that. You want like a 5
like
routine.
That's why I fucking dropped solo loading Arise because that fucking game's daily.
I'm mad you guys call it that.
Loading.
Holy shit.
Yeah. What about you, Ruby? Long-term success of Wuthering Waves?
I think after 2 weeks of release, if they continue to like market of the game, I can see it going well. And I also want to riff off what Io had mentioned. Having rewards for creators and communities can go like a long way, and it'll keep people around. You know, like everyone loves free rewards. If you give 2 subs right now, chat, you can get free in-game rewards.
True.
Free in-game
$10, you get 2
rewards.
rewards.
Whoa. Please.
But you lose the free-to-play badge, so revoke the subs.
Yeah, I will say.
Oh,
I think
that's
that is
true.
I think it's a massive blunder on Kuro Games' point is to not have drops on day one of the release.
I
Was a
agree.
massive fucking blunder. If you got 3 polls for watching a streamer for free, we would be seeing 40, 50,000 viewers on the stream. You all would have at least 3K on y'all's fucking stream. I think that was
I have
a
an
massive
idea.
blunder on Kuro. Yeah, what's up?
Drops could definitely be for some of those mats that we're going to be spending so long farming because of how long it takes to get very basic stuff. They could literally just have it so you could sit in a stream, and the longer you sit in the stream, you get one type of material one day. The next day, you get a different material another day.
Yeah,
like just
Get one
mats.
random echo. 1% chance of getting a
an echo? No, man. No.
Yeah.
Ooh, a
1%
shiny
chance to get a
echo
shiny
drop
for
though? That'd be
watching
insane.
If they, wait.
That would be
If
crazy.
they do
I'd
that,
watch you guys fucking stream.
if they do that, they would have to make it like a rare chance type thing. Like you're watching that person stream for a long time, and all of a sudden maybe you just might get this rare.
Nah,
echo.
they gotta make it so
Man,
that like
that would be
specific creators have certain
Oh my
echoes,
god.
and then you have that 1% to get the shiny. That'd be insane.
Bro, I can see that going wrong though. Imagine like Tectone being the one stream that has the best echo, and then it's
Hey,
like,
you know what? He got the numbers for it.
How's
so
that wrong though?
Hey, I agree. Do we? Hey, Kuro Games, you heard EO, man. I'm a small streamer, bro. I need help. You know what I'm saying? I need every bit of help I can get, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Tectone,
No,
so
but
I like that too.
that's
Yeah.
definitely like a good idea they can capitalize on. Just have like you're sitting in a stream and it's like giving you like a small amount of match just to kind of help out. Nothing that just eases the
Like-
game for you. Not AFK farming or anything.
Also,
Like
I just
drops.
realized we never even talked about the echoes today.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things we didn't talk about. We're going to be doing another gotcha cast later.
Oh.
Don't worry. What's up, Ruby?
Oh no, sorry. I was gonna say, so basically like having drops or like having in-game rewards is really rewarding for the community. I also think Wuthering Waves will be successful. I really like the combat, super unique. And of course the debut trailer of Jiyeon was like amazing. So they keep up the good quality of trailers for limited characters. I think they'll do really well.
Yeah, it was absolutely fucking ridiculous. Shinya, I'm sure you got a lot to say about this. Long-term success,
Oh, yeah.
concerns about Wuthering Waves. What's on your mind?
All right. So I'm gonna start off and say we have a really good foundation.
I agree.
The frame of the house is there. The bones are there. Kuro just needs to keep up the level of attention and the level of detail that they've been doing for
Yes.
the past couple weeks and stay with their finger on the pulse of the community. Because at the end of the day, this game is going to live and die by the casual audience.
100%.
Not the 30,000 people that are watching across our streams. The people that don't watch Twitch, the people that don't know what the fuck Twitch is, the people that play on their phones, the people that play on their consoles. Which I'm very concerned about because Kuro has said nothing about the PS5 release of this game.
Yeah.
The PS5 release of this game is going to be massive. People do
They
not
may
realize
have ran
that.
into issues. Just
I
remember
completely agree.
Yeah, they may have ran into issues. It's
Yep.
it's a proprietary.
Yeah.
Is that the
The- Yeah, the game was supposed to come out on PS4 as well, but I do not see that happening. I
Yeah,
think they're going
no
to
way.
scrap that idea.
No.
But they need to stay on top of things like that. But it also really just depends on what do you measure as success. The game is 100% going to make more money than they put into it, which makes it an automatic success in general.
That's a great point to bring up because people say, well, if it doesn't make as much money as Genshin or Honkai, then it's a failure. If it doesn't make $10 billion, it's a fucking failure.
And
Even Tower Fantasy
It's also
only
a much
makes,
more
like,
generous
5 mil,
game.
Oh, no,
and
but
it's
the
still
thing is,
successful.
Yeah.
exactly. Tower Fantasy, that doesn't sense. Only making 5 million. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Tower
Yeah.
Fantasy
Yeah.
is
Yes.
crushing
But
it right
that's
now.
the way people say it.
And
right?
the
They're like,
game
oh,
is-
it makes
100%.
5 million.
And the
you know?
game's ass.
It is
and
ass.
it's making 5 million every like.
And it still has
what?
hacker and server issues, by the way.
Let's
so.
just
Yes.
stop
Yep.
giving it money, and then we could see better games.
That's not going to happen.
if we did?
We've been
Yeah.
trying. We've been trying, man.
But yeah, all Kuro needs to do is make sure they're staying on top of it with just little things like the translation issues. Is like that's really going to turn a lot of people off for like little simple mistakes like that. Kuro needs to like again be on top of everything that they're doing, and overall it will be a success as long as they keep up the momentum.
Yeah, agreed. Yo, Vulcan,
Yo.
thoughts on long-term success of Wuthering Waves?
This is one I've like been asked so many times, and I've just realized I really don't care. It's one of those situations where, no, but seriously, like I feel like a lot of people get into a game and they marry themselves to the game. This is the other great thing about being free to play is like, who gives a shit if a game goes downhill and you don't enjoy it? You just move on and play something else. There's so many games that come out. And people get married to one game, and especially content creators get locked into one game. If this game completely flops, I don't give a fuck. I'll just go cover the next thing. Like the two things for me is as long as I'm personally still having fun, and it doesn't feel like I'm wasting my time, because at the end of the day, I do content creation as a business. And if I can't justify all the time I'm spending in a game, well, then maybe I move on. But like, as long as I'm having fun and it makes sense, I'll keep playing it. But as for like how much it'll make, how long it'll last, I don't really care. As long as I'm having fun, I'm having fun. That's it.
That's so important to consider is like, yes, we are hyped for the game. Yes, we are covering this game. But at the end of the day, guys, Kuro is a business. We are people. Do not marry yourself to the company. This is a business that is trying to squeeze every single dollar out of you. Don't fall into this tribalistic. Don't fall into this tribalistic bullshit. Us versus them. You know, this is a company. They want every single penny out of you. Keep that in mind.
I would like you guys to keep doing the Wuthering Waves versus Genshin tribalism, because that's really good content for me, and I really need to find the drama.
Agreed. Yeah.
But just remember, guys, Wuthering Waves coming out. Azure Familia is coming out. Project Mugen's coming out. The new 7th Deadly Sins game's coming out. Yeah, there's a lot of games on the horizon. You shouldn't guilt somebody for wanting to play a new game.
For that 7 Deadly Sins game.
It actually looks pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's still on that website for the crypto stuff that Nino Kuni was on. So it's probably
I can say that the reason why we still haven't seen it is because they're reevaluating the whole crypto situation. So
that's a good
funny thing is that they're reevaluating it. We'll hit a bull market and then they'll reevaluate back the other way, because like, crypto's
I can see that happening, but yeah, that's the whole reason why we haven't seen it. The game is very, very far along. Don't ask how I know.
How do you know? I mean, just blacklist another game. Like, who cares? Like,
this one. Like, leak some more. Let's do it.
At this point, who gives a fuck?
Okay,
I don't care anymore.
It'll probably have loading screen issues though. Netmarble.
Yeah,
fuck me.
True. And probably like 5 different battle passes.
Yeah, and really fun events.
Yeah.
Dude,
but I tell you what, can I just say, Solo Leveling, the core gameplay of that is so fun, but everything else they just shat the bed with.
Yeah. I can't believe it takes me like 30 fucking plus minutes to do the gates daily. It's so bad.
Nah, man.
Huh? Your Cabinets is putting her boobs in everyone's face.
Well, no.
I got really distracted there for a second.
It's so good.
I think she's trying to show us what's written there, you know.
I think you just saw your name, Matt, and you were looking at it.
True. I looked over there. I wasn't looking. It just so happened to pop up.
Is that Sukuna's tattoos from fucking JDK? Yeah, it is. I was like,
it is. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Did Tectone walk away from his desk or something?
He did.
Yeah. He went to go crank it real quick, and then he said he was coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, Peppa's being a skidwalker.
All right, it's our stream now, guys. Go ahead and subscribe.
Okay. Everybody talk shit about Tectone.
Donate
fucking idiot.
Bald and loud.
Christ,
man.
Hold on.
What a fucking loser.
What happens when I leave for fucking 30 seconds, bro?
Nothing,
Holy shit.
bro. How you doing, man? How was the war?
Anyways, yo, I feel like that wraps up everything, to be honest. I appreciate all y'all being here. I will say before, you can leave if you want. Is there anything else anybody here wants to specifically talk about where they would be upset if we did not talk about it? Then great. Hey, it's been fun, boys. Chaotic Legions, Laro, Kate, Captain Cabinets, Hex Juice, Ruby, Vulcan, Lol, Shinya, and EO. Thank you so much for joining us here today on the Gotcha Cast. I hope you had a great time.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys.
Everyone enjoy Wuthering Waves launch.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I already quit, bro.
I
quit. Fuck this fucking game. Hey, yo, I'll catch you later. If you ever want to come on again, hit me up. This was awesome.
Yeah, for
Bye.
sure.
Bye.
Peace.
Later.
That was a good fucking time. Hey, boys, we back. Gotcha Cast. Thank you so much for watching that shit on YouTube, and see y'all next one.